cheaper.
And yeah, you get more. It's like buying in bulk.
Sam slept. I will never go in Costco ever again. I went in Costco. Oh, do I need to? I went in Costco once. I almost had an anxiety attack because why? There's so many people, and it was just so fucking big.
Yep. The same thing happened to me. I went. Well, it wasn't Costco's. It was BJ's though, and I'd never been inside of BJ's before. And then I went when I was when I had first like applied to do like Instacart, whatever. That was my first and last order. Um,
Yo, that's why.
I went to BJ's up. I guess that's like Plymouth, maybe. And I went in there. And it was just so much shit, and it was so many people, and like the way they do things there,
It's not a market.
it's not a market
It's
at
a
all.
warehouse, like they say.
And I was like, you know what? I don't need this shit. I'm going home.
You know what's funny? No, because like, all right, so like Costco dumb. BJ's is dumb because okay, we understand y'all warehouses, but y'all don't have to look so scary.
It don't have to
That's
look
why
like
I
a
love
warehouse.
Sam's Club.
Like
It seems like I'm in an actual store.
mm-hmm.
Them other places, like why do I need some light inside of the place? Why am I shining my light on shit?
I'm crying, yo. It do be like that though. Searching for shit.
Oh, we started. What's up, y'all?
I really can't stand her. Like, I just can't. It's just like, it's so much all the time.
So much.
Mm-hmm. You a handful. But that's what you got 2 hands for.
Super wasn't going to say that. Like, I'm too much? No, maybe you're just too little.
Or maybe you're just not enough.
Oh, yeah, that was a better. I was really thinking about it in my head,
It's
but
right. I got you.
Thank you.
When you lack it is where I pick it.
Oh, you can't help it if you popping and they stopping. You can't help it if you packing and they lacking. You can't help it if you great and they late and something. That's just a you problem.
All right.
You never heard that song?
Well, yeah, I haven't. I didn't hear the last part. I didn't hear that. Whatever. What you just say?
You can't help it if you popping and they stop.
No, the last part. You said you can't help it if you great and they late.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, I didn't hear that part.
Oh yeah. He got a whole little category. And this is another dude on there that I found. And he be rapping. He be like, pretty pink cussy. Mama got that gushy gushy.
Yes, that's my shit.
But like I be literally watching all his stuff. Like
that's a sound that we gonna have to use that sound on TikTok. Yeah. Speaking of, if you are not following us on TikTok, you already know the headline and the @ name is always Wisdom Wind Down on any platform where the streaming service is available. Follow us at Wisdom Wind Down on YouTube. Follow us at Wisdom Wind Down on TikTok. Follow us at Wisdom Wind Down on Twitter. And that's
it's in my imagination.
What?
Because I was doing this, I was imagining like stuff going.
The words on your hand. Okay, cool. We can do that. Oh, right. Oh shit, she started doing robotics.
No, let me tell you, on Thanksgiving, we was having one of our little sessions. And then the music just started playing. I don't know what song it was, but I thought I was Michael Jackson for a second in that chair. My head did this little spinny thing and my whole body.
And that's what you had brought to the table.
I did bring that to the table.
That is what you had.
And no crumbs were left.
Okay. Well, yum 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 yum. Good. Speaking of bringing things to the table where they are eaten and there is no crumbs left to be served, okay, let's get into it. How you feel about Chris Brown being quote unquote canceled for his performance, not Chris Brown as a person? Let me reiterate it. No, not him as a person. But basically, the people are basically saying his performance should have been canceled because he should be canceled. But yeah,
I think that's bullshit. All right, so if we really thinking about it, okay, obviously domestic violence in any case is wrong, whether it's a man, a woman, or both, if y'all both abusive to each other, which in that case, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like he was 20 at that time. And it's like he did what he took the necessary steps. I'm talking about the public stuff that was, listen, no, because I don't want nobody, listen.
I was like, Bree, I just hope you clean this up because this looked like it's going somewhere.
No. Because like a lot of people are saying like, oh, Brianna not the only person, he did it too, blah blah blah. I'm talking from a public platform, like what was most criticized. It's like, all right, he did his time, whatever. she forgave him, he forgave her. They actually started dating a while after that.
Mhm.
And it's like when you put certain things on a pedestal and allow everybody to be vocal and give their 2 cents on it, it's always going to be there in some sort of way. But I feel
That
like if
is
you're
true.
going to continue to chastise him for it, keep that same energy when it comes to other people too.
Keep that same energy when it comes to your own family members. Remember that funny uncle that you can't go around no more because you
Yeah.
traumatized, but you send your kids over to their house?
Right.
Keep that same energy with them.
But
It's like, listen, I'm just saying, okay? Hear me out. Not to say that it doesn't matter, but in the sense of, if you're going to criticize someone for doing something like domestic violence, rape, drugs, murder, all that, we wouldn't have no fucking artists.
yo,
So like, I hate when people pick and choose who they want to be mad at when they want to be mad at them. Like,
right.
okay, you're now decided. That was like, I still feel the same way. The same thing with the whole R. Kelly situation. Y'all knew he been pissing on them little girls since 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now you decide to be mad. That's
crazy
crazy to me. Y'all was stepping in the name of love, just like y'all was as your man on the floor. I mean, like, why are you mad now? Like today?
Don't shoot me, but I actually went to one of his concerts in 2016.
I went to his concert too.
And when I tell
and
you,
that shit was
that was the best fucking concert I've ever been to.
That shit was lit.
The hoes was throwing panties at the man.
Oh shit! Well,
that's what I'm.
At that concert, but
Yeah,
it was lit though.
But I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't think that his performance should have gotten canceled because
Agreed.
he even has, like, y'all mad at him over Rihanna, and Rihanna's not even mad at him over Rihanna anymore.
Child.
She done moved on, had a baby, got a man.
Started using other things because it's not just the Rihanna situation. People are just now using every single thing that he's ever done. Which, granted, yeah, the man has history. However,
I'm not saying wait. I don't follow these people's lives to a T because it is not paying my bills.
But
so no, I'm saying, like, I don't know everything he did. Like, I can't really put out a notebook on. Oh well, on January 14th, 1972, he did, like, I don't know what these people did.
Well, he's not actually the one being canceled. They're canceling Michael Jackson. That's the person that the reason the performance was canceled because it was the 40th anniversary of Thriller. There was Thriller. It was a Thriller like homage to Michael Jackson, and then I believe either something with his kids or some one part of his situation is back in the media.
Who's his?
Michael Jackson.
Even that, but that's still speaking to the same thing I'm talking
Bro,
about right now, which is
let that
letting
man
Ocean
be
let
dead.
Peace,
like,
dog. Like,
they still honoring, like, fucking Elvis just came out with a whole movie.
Dog, if not for nothing, everybody was so hyped for their favorite president to come save them. You know, the little pedophile little man who about to, you know,
the orange person.
No, not grab her by the pussy. The one that's in office now. The little pedophile little man.
I had no clue about that.
So but this is my thing though. People pick and choose what they want to be mad at and when it serves them. Like, at the end of the day, no matter what a person has done in their personal lives, this is somebody who is an artist, which is something that is completely separate from who they are, because you don't know who they are. You might have heard some of the things that they've done, but you don't know them as a person. And if you can't separate the artist from the music, like, if that's the case, there's a whole bunch of people you probably shouldn't be listening to then. Because just because you don't know about it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Like, and then some people turn a blind eye. Right. It's a lot of shit that you do know about that you done swept under the rug because, oh no, this is my song and that was different because, you know, they ain't really do all that. Nowadays it's different because it's out in the open. So because it was kept on the hush hush, it's okay for you to still bop to their shit. But because somebody else know that you know about this, you gotta stop listening to them.
But that's another thing. It's always, honestly, I'm not here to victim blame I'm not here to none of that. No, none of that. When it comes to, like, no.
Pan-ins. I know.
No, I'm saying that because of what I'm actually about to speak on Michael Jackson. It's like the very person that started the whole, like, he touched little boys thing. Macaulay Culkin never said that. And he's admitted that he's never, like, I never said that. Then it's other kids that's like,
too, though. Yeah. They was like the kids on the Cosby Show. They was like, oh yeah, they were always molested by him, and then, like, they literally came forward. It was like, he was nothing but nice to me. He never touched me.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, bro, this man, like, I always looked at it from this perspective because, you know, people are weird when they grow up certain ways. But this man was so famous beyond words, even as a young child. He did not ever get a chance to be a child. So him creating Neverland to a weird person, it's
To
like, why are
escape from
you
reality, though,
creating? Why are
realistically,
you creating something like this so kids can come play? Because that's
he never
enjoyment for
had
him.
a
Like he never.
childhood. He was
So,
robbed of one, so he wanted to give other children a childhood that he never
but you
fucking
know,
had. God forbid somebody wants to do something nice for
but you
somebody
know,
else.
I do believe that people. I'm not saying it on this case, 'cause I really don't know, but people do tend to prey on weak-spirited individuals. Like, I
That's very
granted
true.
he was an amazing artist and things, but his spirit was very weak even from the abuse of his father. So I'm like, he got all this attention from women, even the men he hung around. You can even see the immaturity
pressure,
level from
yeah.
interviews and like certain things. And I'm like, just like women, a lot of us women be like, we will tend to date men older than us because they'll be on the same intellectual level as
Maturity,
us. So it's like imagine how where his brain was even.
because developmentally he was still a child.
Yeah,
because
you
he
get stuck
never
in your
got
age
to
of
go through
trauma.
his childhood. Like,
I personally, I can't say that he did or didn't do something.
He was investigated by the FBI and nothing came about that. They had to throw the case out.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
he had the most like intense people looking in the situation. There was nothing from it, but of course, people still going to take
right, and that's
because
so
it was media
sad.
coverage and different people were involved and different stories have come out.
And because he
even
was so big,
yeah, and even that you got parents involved trying to get a quick buck, so it's an interesting situation.
that's the biggest issue, though.
And
But
I think
40 years later,
I think the correlation between him and Chris Brown and how they both were crucified, the way that they're being crucified, I think that correlation is just crazy. It's like both
Not for nothing, that's one of his biggest influences.
Yo,
like,
when I tell you, like, that man loved that man.
Yeah.
Like, he loved that man. It's like, bro, you really, that was going to be something that was going to get y'all so many views, but like, that was for the culture, period. Like, it's Michael Jackson. Everybody who's anybody that really grew up like in music, in a sense, I feel like
something
you liked Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, we had him
Somehow,
on vinyl.
some
So,
way you had to have him in the queue.
Sierra in the queue. Sierra was coming out of it.
Right.
That
Oh,
would've
I
been
was
a
so
fire
I was
ass-
so
Oh,
ready
my
for
God.
that
Did you
shit.
see the performance?
Yes.
Child, listen, we
They need
can't
to
never
just-
have nothing.
They need to just put
We
their own little
can't
debut
never
together
have nothing. Honestly,
and sell it to Versus.
honestly and truly, I was about to say,
You know
yeah.
what? I'm finna write Swiss. Yo,
I heard finna.
Right.
I'm about to DM them after this.
That makes it different though.
What you mean?
Because then that's packing an arena that sees that now you gotta get paid for it. Before it just was a celebration of Michael Jackson. Like I think another award show should pick it up, but I don't know about doing it on your own.
They would get paid from
But
that
that's what I'm saying.
regardless.
That's
The
why
views
I
alone
like
would get them paid.
the idea of doing like a versus thing instead of like a tour thing. That
No,
would
I
be
wasn't saying
great.
tour. I was saying Versus. A Versus.
I know, but Versus don't pay like you know like Versus now.
I don't even know if they would do it for the money. I mean, at this
That's
point,
the point. It was for the thing, and then if you turn it into money, then you got to get people's
Right.
schedules again. All those dancers. It's a tricky thing that it could have worked. I think another award show should pick it up though. Not
Yeah.
yeah.
We
It's
can't never
stupid,
have nothing.
right?
We can't.
BT
never
Awards talking about come
have
over here.
shit.
First of all, they your cousins. Shut up. The AMAs is your fucking
Child.
cousins. Y'all all to that Thanksgiving dinner
I
together.
don't even watch the damn awards no more. Honestly, I can't tell you the last time I did because I mean I just don't really care.
Well, I don't watch them either.
Like I don't really care for it. I just feel like for me personally, like I know who's on my list. I know in my mind the way I digest music, or who should be the top and who should be like the scales ain't scaling right. The billboards ain't billboarding. Who is these people that's in charge of the voting, Harpo? I want to know.
No,
'Cause I
because
don't
the
like
amount of people getting Grammys or
I
Oscars
don't like
or anything.
it.
No, I think
Even the
Oscar.
nominations though, it's just bullshit. It's just like, bro,
It's not fun like it used to
after
be.
a year that somebody had, and you telling me they can't even make it to the fucking nominees list.
I think we should just bring back 106 in Park. I just feel like everything would probably be a little bit different.
I second
If
that.
we
I second
MTV
all that.
Live, like all
106
everything.
in Park, The Basement, Rhapsody. I need all that. I need all that.
I feel like y'all should just bring
need
back
all
those
that.
type of shows
Yeah.
because
Why you
it
look
gets
like
the
that?
people
What's up?
going.
Why you look like that?
Because then people will start making quality music videos and shit again.
Yo, but the crazy part is people actually do still make videos. Like
They do.
Nobody just watches them.
Right. You go on
Yeah, I'm a heavy
YouTube.
YouTuber though, so like
Yeah.
I see videos just off the strength of me like wanting to hear a certain song, and I'll type it in. I'm like, oh shit, this got a video.
I'll be watching a hair tutorial video and then the
I'm
preview video will come up
crying,
for a
yo.
song. I'll be like, oh, I didn't know it was a video to this.
Yeah, I'm heavy. Yeah, I like videos because I like to put like the face to the music, and then like I want to see how your mind thought to construct this video, because it's kind of like reading a book versus seeing a movie. It's
Right.
like when you read the book, it's up to your imagination and your interpretation how you would let that play out, versus when you see the movie. Sometimes the movie can actually disappoint you because the way you had it in your head,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, that was bullshit.
That's how I felt about
Usually
Harry
it's a-
Potter.
Wow.
I mean, I love Harry Potter, but the books go so much more in depth.
Of course, you can't. That's the only
But the
only
movie
thing
was
I give a
missing out on
grace.
certain things.
But this is what I'm saying. That's the only saga I'll give a grace to, because there's no way you can pack that whole entire book into a 2-hour fucking movie.
Well,
No way.
I do wish
No way.
they would have expounded a little bit more
On what sections?
on Neville's parents going into eternal sleep by Beatrice. A lot of people don't know that that's why he hated her so much. Like, he really did not like her. Also, I feel like it should have went a little bit more impact with Snape and Harry's mom. They should
I
have,
agree.
and I feel like they also should have unpacked Harry's dad, because I feel like he probably was an extreme asshole and should have been on Slytherin most
So-
likely.
While I agree with you, I feel like, and maybe this might not be true. This might just be the hopeful, wishful thinking in me. I feel like a lot of things were probably left out on purpose.
Yeah.
Look
Because
at you thinking like me again. Look at that.
you want me so bad. Like,
No, I know those things was left out. Like, for obviously you can't go too deep, because once you open up one, it's gonna be a can of worms.
I mean, yes,
You
but
save things for a prequel.
exactly,
yeah.
and that's exactly where I was going. You really want to be me, like.
The Cursed Child is super not coming out. It's talks about it coming out, but they're not gonna come out. I read it. Yeah, okay.
All I'm saying
It was
is,
alright.
my girl JK is gonna be set for life.
Oh, she is.
okay.
Her
She know
story
what
is
she's
amazing.
doing. She
Oh, I'm
knows
loud. I'm
what
sorry.
she's
I
doing,
project.
and that's just that. That's all I
Her
got to
story,
say.
she literally was gonna commit, ooh-ah, and
Yo, one, we're on Patreon. Two,
No, I don't. I'm glad you mentioned, but like, don't ever say that word like that again.
ooh, odd. Cause what the fuck was that?
ooh-ah.
You sound like you're saying the baby version of it. Like,
Ooh-ah. Oh, well, I mean, I didn't think of it that way. I just felt like, unaliving yourself. So
Okay, yes, you could say that.
yeah, there you go.
I felt like
Yourself or something, but not
I feel like ooh-ah gave a little razzle dazzle. But
Gave something.
I
I
feel
don't know
like-
if it was razzle dazzle.
in her 30s, she attempted it, and then it's just like, she just decided to put her everything. Like, literally her lowest point. And it's so crazy, because who is that quote by? It wasn't Yoda. It was somebody.
It wasn't Yoda.
It was somebody though, but it Yang in the Avatar. He said it. Basically, your lowest point opens up the world of possibilities for you.
Because you can't get no. The only place you can go from down is up, and it's
Yeah,
like, if you ain't never tried to off yourself, did you really live?
it's crazy because I had so many answers for that one. Like,
Well, if you wanted to make sure something was not on YouTube, you guys have done this today.
it wasn't even me. I censored myself.
We saved
You
stuff
didn't
for
censor
Patreon.
yourself.
I said, ooh,
You
I
dropped the letter.
no, I
Listen,
didn't.
I pride myself on being real, okay? And I feel like, especially,
There's nothing to joke about. I mean,
No,
like,
it's not- it's not
let's
nothing to joke
insert the
about.
hotline number right here because
it's nothing to joke about, but it is something that I don't think people should feel shame
nope.
about. I think a lot of times when people feel shame about something, they try to hide it, they try to cover it up, and then it's like they kind of neglect that part of them. No, that's
Don't
something
do
you
it.
actually need to confront. That's something you need to deal with, because you need to figure out what caused that. You need to figure out why you felt that way in that moment, and you need to figure out what's the difference between then and now, and how to not get back to that space. I'm a big advocate for going and growing through the dark times,
Right.
and whatever that looks like for you as a person, I need you to do that.
Yeah, because it was almost sunset on a piece of paper for me a couple times.
Sunset on a piece of paper.
But I had to do some work. It was a struggle a lot of times. Like, I don't think people talk about it enough. Like, people get afraid when they talk about their stories because they make it seem like they're weak. Like, they think people
no,
think
if
they're weak.
anything, I think it's super strong because, like, bro, bro, if you was there,
Yeah, like no,
if
that's
you
like to
was there,
actually
like,
like
yeah.
yeah, like act like that's why I think I pride myself on not being a judgmental person when it comes to certain people and their circumstances.
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many people, if they really, really knew my story personally, they would probably look at me like, well, I'm proud that you are still
Yeah,
here
honestly and
because that is
truly.
a lot.
Child.
But it's like that's why when I see other people going through their shit, I just be like, yo, you can do it. You don't think you can, but you really
Mhm.
can. Because when you get to that last second and that last minute and you just contemplate everything, it's always a glimpse
It is.
of hope. Even if you
Yo,
can't see it right then and there.
which is crazy because, like, the very transparent moment. I used to be so fucking dramatic. Like, when it comes down to, like, if I'm going to make my exit, oh, it's going to be grand. Everybody's going to know. I'm going to write a note. Like, I was that girl that, like, when I ran away from home, I would write a note and I would leave it around so my mom could find it.
Me too.
Yo.
I ran away
remember-
from home too and left a note.
Yo, I literally
Trash
opened
bag and
the
everything,
book.
just left out.
I had a composition book. Opened the book, put 4 rubber bands on each side so it could open to the specific page that I wanted her to see. Like, yo, it was crazy.
I'll just get a piece of loose leaf
It was
paper.
crazy. Yeah, it was wild. But yeah, one time like I wrote a note and I was like, since you clearly don't appreciate me, you don't have to ever worry about me again. Sorry, I inconvenienced you in your precious life. You don't ever have to see me.
You said, yo, you don't never have to worry about me again. That was my line. That was my go-to. Since I pissed you off so much, then you don't have to worry about me ever again. I can do everything on my own. You'll never see me again.
Yep.
Knowing good
And I
and
was like, and
well.
don't come looking for me because you ain't want me while I was here. So don't come looking for me when I'm gone.
I literally,
Yo,
I remember my mom and
crazy.
dad pissed me off so bad, y'all. Mind you, I always laugh at the movies where you got like the suburban kid who think their life is the worst.
Yes.
Listen, when I tell
Yes.
you, I had my own room, I had my own phone line and everything. I was so dramatic. I used to go upstairs, my mom and dad make me mad, slam my door, unplug my little phone so can't nobody call me, and write "I hate you, mom and dad" on all of my walls continuously. I did that. Yes, I did.
All right. Well,
I hate you. 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 It was a stress reliever for me though.
well, I wasn't like that.
See?
Because
I
no,
was dramatic though, in my
just
own right.
for me personally, I've always been very intentional about my words. So it's like I never said like, "Oh, I hate you," but I did say you get on my fucking nerves because that was very true, and it still is to this day. But like,
I said I hate you because I just felt like I just needed to get it out.
Mm.
I really didn't care. Like, I'm not trying to say it like that, but I really didn't care about the power of my words back then because I didn't really.
Yeah,
I
no,
just wanted to say what that's what
understandable.
I
How you
felt.
felt at the
I
time.
felt angry.
Yeah.
It wasn't hate. It was deep anger.
But anger manifests in different ways for different people, and
Yeah,
I completely understand it.
This is how dramatic it spilled over into my adult life because I remember I can't run away. But I remember me and Marcus, I don't know if we was married yet or not. He made me so mad one day and I packed all my stuff and I said, I'm leaving. And it was nighttime. I packed a suitcase, left. He like, how you even gonna get back to Philly? Because I ain't had no license, y'all. We was living in Jersey. I said, Cash coming to get me. I packed the bag. We had a patio. You know, I went outside on that patio. It was
And
cold as
stayed
shit
there.
outside.
I'm crying.
And I kept looking from like the corner to see like if he came to the door or nothing. You know this.
He never came to the door. Not one
This
time.
man walked to the front door and locked the top.
Yep.
The little
Like,
slide
well,
lock.
She said she was leaving. Boy, voyage, Riva Dirt. You don't let the door not picture with a good
Wait,
little
and then I was
switch.
like, let me see if he's just being dramatic. Y'all know he went in there and went to sleep. And I called his phone and I was like, can you open the door? He's like, I knew you didn't go nowhere. Like, he's like, I knew you didn't go nowhere. Because where you going to go? Where you about to go? And I'm just like, you didn't have
That's
to lock
out
the
of fucking
lock.
control, yo.
I said, oh, God.
This started off as playful, then it got real toxic at the end. Like he left you outside in the cold.
No, he
with the
thought I
door
left.
locked
No,
and went to
she
sleep.
left her outside in the cold. She was supposed to be leaving.
Okay, so I told him Cash was coming to get me. Mind you, I didn't. If you look out my if you was to look out of my my patio, you couldn't see nothing on the sides.
Yeah.
So I set my bag and stuff, and I just sat on the side. So like the blinds was like we used to keep them like slightly open, so he can see if anybody was out there. So to him, I left. We wasn't sharing locations at that time. We ain't even had that. And I told him I was leaving. It was late. Like it was late too. And I was like, I think I answered the phone at one point. Like, all right, Cash, here I come. I put Cash in something she didn't even know she's a part of. I called him like, can you open the door? He's about, see, I knew he wasn't going nowhere. I say, open the fucking door.
So wait, so to this day, does he think you left, or that
No, he
left
knows
and
I didn't
came
leave.
back, or he
No,
just
he
knows
knows I was sitting out there the
you
whole
sat
time.
outside for?
Yeah. Because he
What's
said I'm dramatic, and every time I get mad, I say I'm leaving, and then I leave and don't really go nowhere.
how long were you outside for approximately?
It was probably like, I was about to be dramatic and say 30 minutes, but it probably was like 15.
Get the fuck out my face, yo. I'm thinking she was at least out there for like an hour or two. Like,
It was cold.
like,
Just wanted
what's wrong at all? Like, he took you for a joke from that moment on. Cause like, what, yo?
Every time after
You
that.
couldn't even.
Every time after that.
Couldn't even get into a panic like she
I would have at least took a goddamn cab to go sit down and eat dinner somewhere or something. Made it real. Gave a little
Dog,
razzle
when I tell
dazzle.
you
Like,
to this day.
That man went and tripped and jerked off. Like, oh shit, you back?
No, I tell you to this day, he really don't be taking me serious. Damn, that makes so much sense. Now.
yeah,
He super
you
don't be
set the
taking
tone.
me. He super don't be taking me serious.
The fuck?
He don't take you serious.
Right.
No,
Like,
'cause
you
I be
know what?
like, I'm not standing
It's
out
cold
here.
outside. Next time you try
I
to
mean,
do it in the
now I can
summertime.
actually go somewhere. Back then, I lived in the suburbs of New Jersey. It was nothing around but at Applebee's, and I was not going here.
I mean, you could have went there and got a little
I
drinky
wasn't
drink.
from Jersey. I ain't had no friends, so I'm just like, I'm gonna go back in the house because I gotta work tomorrow.
Wow.
As a server, I
You
needed
sure
that
enough
server
standed
money.
your ground, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. You didn't hear the sarcasm?
I think I made a point.
Yeah, that he takes you for a joke. That was the point.
I'm gonna stay on. I can't leave this right now. So when you got back in,
What was the conversation like? You
Oh,
want
I think he
BB
just,
so
I think he just
bad.
left me in one in our room, and I just was on the couch watching TV. I think I opened up a
So
bottle
I
of
was gonna
wine
act
too.
like nothing ever happened, and then like the next day it was just like, all right, I'm about to leave out for work. See you later.
How long it took you to unpack the suitcase?
Oh, I just threw that shit out because I just threw a bunch of shit in.
Hey yo,
I don't be folding my clothes half the time. I be living out of a bag and a bin because like I'm always throwing clothes out. So I just like took the clothes, threw them in, zipped it up.
That was the sound the suitcase made. Do it again. It was like what?
No,
Are you
I was
good
about
at-
to.
Are you good at packing now?
Oh, I fold stuff when I go on vacation. But if I'm doing it impromptu, like leave out the house, fuck you, I'm leaving you. Just throwing everything in, making sure I got some panties. You
Not
know,
like this is something
toothbrush.
that you do often. You talk about something if I'm doing an
No,
impromptu. Fuck
okay,
you,
I
I'm
actually
leaving
have
you.
not done that in a. Was that the last time I did that?
No.
No.
I'm about to say you that no. You know what I'm saying? You just about to fucking lie.
I think the last time I did it, I was pregnant and I didn't know I was pregnant.
Nope.
What?
No.
I think I was.
No.
No, what?
I'm telling you, no, that's not the last time you did it. I know the last time
Wait,
you did
oh,
it.
when the last time I did
yeah,
it?
like this, that was this year, yo.
I did it again this year?
Yes.
Dang, that's crazy. I'm dramatic.
You
as
went
fuck.
to your mom's house.
I did. Yo, I packed my computer and everything.
I'm like,
I
what
was
are you
gonna work
talking about?
from
This
my
is-
mom's house. I was mad.
This is something that you do.
Yeah, all right. I ain't do it since then though.
Ooh.
That was.
Have
I
y'all had a
did.
conversation about this behavior? Like, no.
Oh
nothing?
yeah, he be telling me about myself all the time. Is something going on? Cause she's calling me twice.
Well,
Hold on. It's my grandma.
All right, we'll take intermission.
Hello.
So, what is this dance?
Hi, my mom.
titty
I'm
shake?
good. How you doing?
Little bra? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
This is a dance. Okay, yeah. Ponder River. Go.
It was good. Everybody came over.
Damn,
My mom
what's
got
that
COVID
Rihanna
though,
first
so she
song?
had to stay home.
Ponder Replay. You said Ponder River, so I figured you would have
Yeah.
knew it was Ponder Replay.
She
on the
think
first
Dottie
song.
gave it to her because Dottie was all up in her face.
Come, Mr. DJ, some
Yeah,
Ponder
that's the part.
Replay.
Come, Mr. DJ. I was thinking about that part, not the
Yeah, she just been home.
it's
She had a
called
fever
Ponder Replay.
yesterday and the day before, but I think she's doing okay. Her voice came back.
whoever's in the studio that time said, "We're never doing this again." Like left that whole wave.
My,
Mm-hmm.
whatchamacallit got stuff in there. I don't like that.
You got Pope.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I was trying to do it for the camera.
Yeah, because she
Do
was
what?
the first day or
Drink
two.
it.
It was really
want
bad.
me
She
to drink
couldn't
it
like
so you
she
can
kept
drink?
coughing and everything.
Meet me in the middle.
Yeah.
That's not the middle. The corner of this desk is the middle, so you got to get up anyway.
Everybody's good.
I'll hold it.
Brienne home with Marcus right now
When you
because I'm shooting my podcast.
We were trying with this phone for the last 5 minutes.
No, you okay? No, I seen you calling me. I was like, my grandma calling me. I gotta answer. Yes. Okay, like mail it to people like a cookie Secret Santa. As long as it's not no dirty people house, my mom, I got you. Because I'm not eating from no dirty people house. Can I just get you? Okay. Okay. Well, I'll go home and I'll think on it tomorrow. Alrighty. I love you too. Tell Pop Pop I love him. Oh, hey Pop Pop. Yeah, hey yo, Pop Pop. You just was quiet over there the whole time. All right. See you. Love you. All right. Bye bye.
Ask the Lord for
Oh,
logistics.
That's my grandma. First of all, you're not about to talk about my grandma.
that was so nice. That just made me miss
I'm
my
talking about
grandma.
your girl. I'm talking about the saying. That was so.
That's because they evangelists. Leave my grandparents alone. That's
Bri-
that's my. That's how Brienne gonna be with my mom.
Look at you,
Listen,
the creative person in the family, like a cookie secret Santa. Ooh, ooh, I was like, ooh.
you not about to talk about me and my grandma conversations.
Hey, yo.
I'm surprised she ain't sound more perky than that.
Then your grandpa on the back. Love you too.
No, but listen, because
Oh,
like the past
man.
couple of years, I hosted a it was like a cookie bake off. So like my grandma, she's one of those like housewife. So like she used to like bake and cook and shit all day. So like gourmetish. Like she would want.
Right, but like, I mean that's like a. I want to take that away from making like housewife. Like baking is anybody can bake.
No, I'm saying she was one of them. Well, my grandma is almost in her 70s, so I'm talking about in that time frame. She was one of them in the house, but she's super like heavy bake bowl, bake. The weird intricate shit. Oh, I'm gonna make scones. So one year I was like, oh, my mom, like let's do like cookies. Let's like everybody go into a competition and make the most creative cookies you can. She obviously won because her shit is really good. But like she started coming up with like banana pudding cookies and peach cobbler cookies and stuff like that. So like we would have a bake off like every year. So I'm guessing this year, since don't nobody want to do shit no more because everybody got their own shit they got going on, I guess she wanted to kind of do that again. But I'm like, let's just mail it to people.
Oh wow, that sounds like a great cookbook coming soon. Bree's grandmom's cookbook is coming soon
Hey yo,
on all digital platforms.
I wish.
The,
She does write poetry though. She actually is writing a poetry
you
book.
wish? What you mean? You wish? I'm dead serious. You just said she made peach cobbler cookies.
Yeah,
That's a cookbook.
when I tell you them shits was busting. Like Ashley cookies, she made them for the baby shower for Jax. Oh wait, was y'all there?
I didn't eat.
Was we there?
Of course we
Oh
were
yeah,
there.
you was there. Well, all the favors.
She had her baby shower at the
Where
same
we
place I had
at.
mine.
I was cracking up, but yeah, the cookie favors, like all the animals, my grandma had made them, the
Oh,
royal ice and stuff. I was like,
that's nice. Wow.
sorry for the intermission, guys.
No, it's totally
Yeah,
fine.
we're
But
leaving that in there because that was hilarious.
onto the next topic. I have a question for you guys, both of you, since you're here now.
What?
Is getting cheated on your fault? Real quick, just a yes or no, both of y'all. But you can explain. Y'all both can explain, but yes or no.
Yes,
No.
Well, Brianna.
I knew he was gonna say fucking no. All right, hear me out. Now, she only gave me an option to say one. I couldn't say yes and no. She said say
Well,
one.
That's how
I agree with the
questions
yes and no. Though,
Okay,
but
so I'm saying yes and no because I feel like there are instances in which there is some sort of communication as to, unhappiness in any type of relationship sometimes. And if the person refuses to listen, it opens up
Mhm.
a door. Now,
Yeah.
you have the choice to walk through that door or not, but it still opens up a vortex, like
Mhm.
to you see something that somebody is not giving you and somebody else is giving
Is
you. That's
willing
why
to give it,
people
yeah.
tend to have work husbands and work wives, but it end up
Mhm.
turning into other shit sometimes
Mm.
because the attention that you're not getting at home.
Most
And I'm not
times.
saying this is just for women. I'm talking about men and women. Like this happens on both accounts.
Mhm.
Sometimes you are lacking something that you have been begging the other person for, whether it be time, gifts, responsibility,
Mhm.
the kids,
Mhm.
anything, and you're not doing what they're asking of you, whether it could be something so small and they find it in somebody else, that is when it becomes your fault a little bit because they literally have been
What? So one, you could have left at any point before the cheating
Can I have tissue?
happens.
Wow, that is true.
I was
What?
responding to her. Let me get my response off. What don't answer. You gotta let her respond. I'm responding to her. I don't.
All right, go ahead
Oh,
and
all
finish
right,
your
so
fucking
You
response.
don't even answer your question. So yes, sir.
Right, because I mean, I thought we were going to go in a circle like a happy fucking family.
No, I'm saying you just say yes or no.
Go ahead.
Yes or no. So I know because you think it's yes, it's the person's fault.
I said I would agree with yes and no.
Yeah, I say yes and no.
No, you can't say both.
I'm saying yes and no.
I said, she said yes, and she said, well, I would have said
Well,
yes and no, and then I said I would agree with yes and no as
yes,
well.
if you don't have to pick a hard answer, then yes and no, you can contribute to somebody's actions, but
Right.
the action is still somebody else's.
It's
their
your
own
responsibility. Yeah.
Whole thing. That's you. You decide to do that.
That's nice. She asked the question. I still say yes.
But
I feel like it
but
is.
I'm saying a lot of people hide behind the fact of like, oh well, you kind of created circumstances for me to go out and find else what I needed.
And this
But
is why I
in
said
that person still did not deserve or choose to be the.
and this is why I said yes and no. Because yes, you had the opportunity to leave, but we all know that is not always the easiest
case,
thing in all
exactly.
cases.
That's why I say yes and
So
no too.
even when you do take that step and you cheat, you still can look at yourself and say, this was really wrong, but it's one of them wrongs that just feels good because I was being deprived of something. That's like giving somebody water after they've been thirsty for fucking 13 days.
Mhm.
It's like and it can be pool water. So say it's pool water and it's like you didn't have access to the good fucking water, but you've been deprived of something for so long, you're going to take what you can get at that moment. Now, that's why a lot of people, when cheating happens and people find out, they tend to take their person back because they try to work through the issues that got them there in the first place.
Mhm.
There are some people who just really don't give a shit and they do it just because they want Kate and Edith too.
Yeah.
And but all of it is still cake and eat it too. Like the action alone is cake and eat it too because you're doing
It's
something.
Kate and Edith.
It's definitely Kate and Edith.
Kate and Edith?
Yeah, that's really like a cheating thing.
That's actually how it's supposed to be. It's
Yeah.
not Cake and
You can't
Edith.
have Kate
It's
and
Kate
Edith
and
too.
Edith. Yeah,
And
that's
I guess
the
that's
actual
perfect
saying.
for this kind of
Yeah.
topic because it's like you can't have Kate and Edith because at some
Is
point,
that like a saying? Is there a story behind it? Is there a story behind it? If so, tell the
What
story.
you mean?
Like Kate is it a Kate and Edith story?
Oh, I don't know why they chose Kate and Edith as names.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know, but a lot of
It's about a
people just
cheating
have the
thing.
misconception
Gotcha.
of Cake and Edith, which it still kind of means the same
Yeah,
thing.
same thing.
But it doesn't because what
It
the fuck else
don't.
I'm supposed to do with
Right,
cake
you're
besides
supposed
eat
to eat cake.
All
like-
right, cake and eat it, bed and you sleeping, and all those sayings.
Yo,
It's still.
I mean,
It-
you supposed to sleep in the bed.
that's
and
why
you
Kate
supposed
and
to eat the
Edith made
cake.
it most sense because it's like you can't be married to Kate and then have Edith too because unless y'all got like a little thing going on. Yeah.
Like both of those is kind of like I feel like it's still the situation because that's the easy option to cheat. The hard work option is to really get your partner to either agree, change, or agree for you to do outside if they cannot budge on that topic. And then you can. It's not cheating. It's not you. It's a conversation to happen in the household rather than the easy options to go find somebody, sneak around, do this, and now live with that regret.
But
and also,
You think that's easy? So
No, but I'm saying like I get what
Having
you're
a real
saying to an
conversation.
extent, but I feel
Yeah.
like okay, I'm saying it like it is is the other person's fault because
what?
listen, I'm saying it like that. It is the other person's fault, but it's also your fault too. But it's a combination of faults.
Everybody's at fault up.
Yeah, because all right. So if Marcus cheated on me with somebody, you know what? No, I actually tagged you on something on Facebook the other day. A guy cheated on his wife,
Yes.
and she came in, and she was like, "Why would you cheat on me? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? You hurt
yeah.
my heart." And he just looked at her, and he said, "Because she listens to me.
Yeah, that
She's
was kind of
soft.
different. Yeah.
She's not always yelling at me. She's not always doing something."
And that space that was different because if it's something you're being okay, if there's an addition versus there's something you're being deprived of, I feel like those are two different things. So when you have a person that is you like soft women, but the person you're with is overly aggressive. First of all, you shouldn't be with an overly aggressive woman if you like soft women. That's
Boom.
number one. But let's say for shits and giggles, she was soft and now life has made her hard. Okay.
So what did you
Wait,
do
hold
to
on,
make her
hold on.
hard?
Hold on, because even in that scenario,
Wow. that's a
listen though,
sentence.
even in that scenario, that is different than you being with a person who, let's say, all right, you like anal, and the woman you're with now does not like anal, but that is something that you just can't live without. You love anal. Something being taken away from you like that versus something being
Yes, that's
added is completely different.
That's not your fault in that case.
No, all is still your fault if you do the action, the cheating part, because
No, I'm talking about
Every
the other
action
person.
has a reaction though, and while yes, you can still place blame and fault on anybody if that's the way you choose to
Yes.
look at it. Everybody is still a responsible party inside of this
and
thing.
that's what I'm saying.
No,
it's like
they're not. If
when
the other
they
person did
are
not cheat on you, if you did not give them the chance, like if you're at the point of cheating, you're at the point of leaving to me.
That's
to
not true
leave.
for everybody.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm saying.
Again, well,
A lot of people
Are
cheat
you
and
talking
stay
just
for
from
years.
your lens, or are you just talking like in
obviously
general?
because
But
a lot of people cheat and stay for years.
Well, of course, it's my lens because the world's opinion is
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about my personal
adjusted. So,
brain. I'm thinking just all I'm just talking about in like if we talking in general because we don't really talk in general. I'm just thinking overall, if somebody, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying man or woman because they all cheat. I'm just saying overall, if there's an issue that has been communicated countless
Over and over
times
again, yeah.
throughout the party. They love them, so they're not just leaving them. It's just like
Mhm.
I know that you can be this person because I've seen you be this person before. If cheating just so happens because it's an accident, because people like to say it's an accident, sometimes it's really not thought through and people just do shit. That's why I'm saying cheating, there are so many different factors that go into it, and there's so many different parties that go into it. I can't sit here and say it's not the other person's fault. No, it could be the other person's fault for
it's
countless
the other
reasons.
person's fault for your feelings, but the action of cheating, it's only your fault. If you step outside, if you have it,
But the
I
feelings
know,
contribute
I get
to
what
the-
you're saying, but every action has a reaction.
the
so,
feelings
so
contribute
either
to the
way, it's still
cheating.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's
But
still a
again-
responsibility on each person's behalf, unless you're just being reckless.
Yeah,
But
and I know
again,
some of
no,
them.
it is
it's
just
they
being
fault
reckless,
in that
though.
part.
It's
The
not just
act of
being
cheating-
reckless.
The act of
You know how many
cheating,
people emotionally cheat
again,
because they're what?
Wow, I actually
What?
was thinking physical this whole
Yeah,
time.
I
Never even
was
thought
only
of
going
What?
physical.
Nope,
If
we
you
can
go-
talk about we can talk
if
about
you wanna
emotional
add
cheating.
emotional cheating into
It's
the
not
next
adding.
little-
That is a part of it. It's not adding.
Yeah, no.
It's a part of it.
But again, in that sense, it depends on the level of the conversation because emotional cheating can happen. You could be talking to your friend the way you want to talk to your partner. It doesn't have
That's
to be.
not cheating. That's
No.
not doing
There's no
Okay,
intent
that's not
behind
cheating.
describe
that.
emotional cheating.
any type of cheating is literally doing something that your partner would disapprove of or something you cannot do in front of your partner. That is cheating.
Right.
So give me the emotional version of the.
If you-
sex
okay,
is the physical act,
Right.
What's the
so
emotional act?
cheating could literally be on the phone for 3 hours because your partner does not talk to you. That is emotional cheating. If you're being intimate with someone else the way that you cannot be intimate with your partner, that is cheating.
Sharing secrets,
Okay.
pillow talk.
But again, that action is to say. Let me how do I clarify this correctly? You could be talking to someone that you have no interest in. Like if you're saying just emotional without any sexual aspects, then that can be literally a conversation had with anybody outside of your partner.
Okay,
You can have a friend. You can have a male friend that you just go to talk about the things that plague you throughout your day. That is a person being a friend to you. There is no cheating involved unless
Right,
you add a
but that's not
sexual
the
act
same.
to it.
We're
no,
talking about
you can
emotional.
emotionally cheat. You don't
Okay, so I
believe
think
in that?
no, I think okay. If we tie in both of those in, if it's a friend, that's a friend. But say I call my friend and it starts getting more emotional than normal. So it's like I'm not just confiding in you. It's like you're saying things that get me riled up, or now I'm reciprocating the energy. It's an exchange of energy. That's when it becomes emotional cheating. Emotional cheating. You could talk to your friend for hours and it'd be cool. Like you
Right.
literally talking like your brother and sister or something. But it's a step that gets taken and you don't know when that step is taken until it's already taken.
But that step is taken towards what exactly?
It's not really a what is towards it because
It would
most of
have
the
to
time when
be.
people are cheating, it's not an end goal. It's they're doing what makes them feel good in that moment. Like
Right.
people who do drugs. Sometimes you're not thinking logically. You're doing what you're doing because there is something missing and you're trying to fill that void temporarily until you can figure out your next fix. And sometimes your next fix can be cheating again, or it could be until I can figure out what to do with what I got on this side. How can I fix it? Because what made me go towards this person
to get something
that I couldn't get from my
here.
person?
Right.
What did he say, or what did she say? What did he or she do? Okay, let me go to my partner and have this discussion of, hey, I feel like I've been trying to tell you this, but maybe we approach it a different way. Maybe we could do something. Sometimes they take that to their partner and it gets fixed because sometimes their partner just may not be able to articulate or do things the way that it might need to be done. So they might need a different angle on how to do things. So that's why I'm saying.
You bring in group conversations, you open it up to you kind of can bring in different people from your life to the point. That's what I'm saying. The point, emotional cheating for me, because it's like pre-cheating almost to me. Is you're creating those relationships. You're creating an outside relationship in that sense. But if you're saying just someone sharing their emotions, they're candid, somebody expressing their emotion outside of their partner is not cheating to me. If you felt you can express it to your partner and you're expressing it just your emotions, no sexual interest, just another voice on the phone so you can get whatever's plaguing you out. It's not cheating.
All right,
You're talking about having
I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it. Hold on. I'm about to do it.
And that's what I want a clear description what you mean by emotional cheating.
I'm not calling nobody. This is about to be it. I'm about to just. This is a.
Yo, the fucking ringtone was ass.
Is it gonna be? You want her to be on the other end of this phone or?
Oh, you know what? You can. Your name's Toya.
I like Toya.
There you go.
I'm Sean.
Hello.
You could be you.
Hey Toya, what's up?
Hey, nothing, chilling, drinking some wine, sitting there watching TV. What you doing?
Nothing, yo. Me and Lynette got into it again.
Damn, what happened?
She don't fucking listen. Like, it's like I tell her what I need, I tell her what I want, and she still decides to do what she wants, ignore me and my feelings. This is too fucking much, yo. I can't do this shit no more.
I mean, well, okay. How have you tried to talk to her about the situation?
Like, I just tried to tell her everything I'm feeling. Like, you said you drinking wine?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I know it's like 8:45, but can I come over and we like talk about it? You got more wine?
I got some more wine.
All right, bet.
All right.
All right, see.
Right.
That is the beginning of an emotional relationship.
Of an emotional cheating. That's the
is.
beginning to go
She
and get
always
some
was
ass.
my friend.
That was in the beginning to go and get some ass. No,
what? People,
no.
yo,
me being Sean,
bugging. No, people really do be talking like.
Yeah.
Yes, people can go over and talk, but again, in the sense of her being upstanding and just going through the friend conversation, and your brain is
because I don't want to be in the fucking house with this bitch no more. She getting on my nerves.
You was drinking wine? Pretty. Oh, all right, I'm about to slide.
No, that's like me if I said, "Son, you drinking wine?"
Yeah,
All right, I'm about to come over.
That's a real thing. Like,
but again,
it's because I'm a nigga.
There you go. But
Nope.
It's a nigga, and it seemed out of characteristic for the conversation because she said she was drinking wine, and you passed that, and then in the convo you go, "Whoa, I can go more."
Cause I'm worried about my issues.
I'm about to say that more so went like I asked a question that led to him unpacking how he was talking to his girl. So he probably
and
was
by
like, you know
her
what?
response,
I don't
she know
want to
it's
talk
normal
on the phone. Like I want to come over face to face and like let's just chill. And I
So-
can't have this conversation in the crib right now because Shorty right here breathing down my neck asking why I'm on the phone with other bitches and da da da.
Now,
Like-
wait.
conversation.
We solidified the friendship because when I talked about my girlfriend to her
She ain't be
response
like,
wasn't,
"Oh, you should have
that
been like that bitch."
No, she
Yeah.
just was like, what's going
happening
on now?
now?
Like, what's happening now? So this is like a close friend of mine. Like now I'm just talking to her. But the more I keep going to this friend and I'm constantly telling her about issues and she's listening to me,
Giving me all the things you're not getting.
Being a friend.
But yeah, she's being a friend. But at some point, okay. I
mean, every relationship has a friendship in it. So
Yeah,
like,
no.
that's not.
No, not all of them.
Every relationship should have a friendship, and if you're not
They
friends with your
should.
partner, you're not in a real relationship. What does that
Right.
mean?
But this is my thing. When he gets over to the house, she can have her sweatpants and everything on here. Like she just regular. I'm going over there. I'm regular. We sitting just like this. She got her wine. I got my wine. I'm telling her about all the shit that's going on and on and on. We getting through some wine. We getting through
We
some
like
wine.
4 bottles deep now.
But we talking. So then she started telling me about her shit that she going through.
Correct.
And it's like like, why can't I just find somebody? Like, why can't I talk to nobody like I talk to you?
Right. Like, if I could find a relationship, that would be great.
And like, you just be, and still, it's innocent because it's just like
And let's not act like people don't test the limit of their friendship and then end up ruining their friendship in situations.
Whose friendship has been repeatedly tested in that conversation, it's still I'm gonna get up and go home.
Okay, that's for you.
Yeah,
everybody's not there.
I'm not talking.
But I'm saying that not in that point, as long as nobody makes a pass or move towards each other, even in that conversation like you, and that ends in
but
man, why go straight to the coochie?
Exactly.
You
Number one,
talking, you look at me in my eye. We sharing secrets, like our utmost secrets of being vulnerable to other people who clearly don't appreciate us, our vulnerability.
Which is something you can't even do with the person
being vulnerable with
each
other. Then we're sitting here making innuendos like, damn, like why can't I find somebody to talk to like you? Obviously, my friend is beautiful. Clearly, not always.
Thank you.
No, I'm not saying this is always the case, but I literally said something to Sin the other day, and I was like, I'm not one of them shallow people. It just so happened that all my friends are just beautiful. Like I have good looking friends. I don't pick them like that. It's just like I just have good looking friends. Yeah. There are some people that I know who have different sex friends, but all their friends are attractive. Mm-hmm. But like literally everybody's attractive. Right. So the first attraction is always sexual attraction, which I say it really is most of the time. When you meet somebody and you don't really know them like that, it's like oh, I see how you look.
Well, that's depending on the standards. If your friendship came fluent of just like first day, hey, I'm such such. Hey, I'm such.
You know if your friend is cute or not. Like I don't even want to hear that. Like even when it comes to men know who they know they friend gonna get bitches. You know if your friend is cute or not. So if I'm a dude,
have a friend that don't like, I don't have.
That's nice that you are friends with people who don't always look up to par, and that's fine because I've had that too.
No, I'm saying I don't have a friend that, in that sense, even if you consider them looks to be up to par. Their ability to get women has always been their ability. Like a lot of like male friendships are based on that act.
You trying to be literal, and I'm just talking about just.
Yeah, I know, but I'm speaking on this. I'm saying a lot of male friendships are based on an act. Like depending on the group.
Oh well, yeah.
There's a bunch of dudes who can get girls,
but you know if your friend is ugly or if your friend is cute,
and a bunch of role players.
All right, so let's draw back in. Let me ask you a specific question.
Well, wait, can I just answer to the scenario that she just presented just now? I'm still saying even in y'all scenario. That was just friends sitting on the couch until you get to the physical act. That's all I'm saying.
No, because I feel like it's a certain threshold. I feel like once that threshold of, dang, why can't I find somebody who
is already placing the thought in your
literally
head.
already placing the thought like, damn, why didn't I see what I see now?
But to even taking a step further, I'll say, let's not even say it's friends. Let's say, okay, naturally we're adults. We go outside. We go places where strangers are involved. Mm-hmm. The same way you could meet another woman and be like, oh girl, like somebody walk up to you, compliment you like, oh my gosh, love your hair, whatever, love your makeup. Oh yeah, I do makeup. Da, 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 da. Oh, I have this business. They start buying stuff from you, and it's like, oh sis, come buy this. Da, da, da. Y'all. I won't say create a friendship, but y'all know each other now. Yes, y'all are acquainted. The same thing can happen with like another male. Mm-hmm. So you're out at a fucking I don't know, at a lounge somewhere, and a guy is like, oh, I love this jacket. Would you mind telling me where you got it from? Because I want to buy one for my little sister. Da, da, da. You give, oh yeah, cool. I got this jacket from X, Y, Z. Da, da, da. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Blah blah blah. They end up finding you on, let's say, social media. Y'all follow each other like, hey, don't I see you at such and such, blah, blah, blah. So y'all talking. No intent of moving forward with anything. Just the fact that I reached out to you because I remember seeing you that night. Thank you again for the jacket. My little sister really loved it. You had no intentions on being friends. You had no intentions on being more than friends. You had no intentions on doing shit. Somebody just reached out to you. Then y'all have no friendship. So if this person starts complimenting you in a way that your husband isn't complimenting you, that is the beginning of something that could be detrimental because that is not your friend.
The moment you said thank you,
I'm crying.
Again, and
her eyes, you look so beautiful.
I'll give you more of that scenario than the other one. But even in that scenario, that gentleman's intent could have always been
but we're not speaking on hypotheticals. My whole point is my whole point is he's not your friend. So this is not a friendship that is being overstepped with boundaries. This is a stranger. This is a regular man that you just met. Right. So you don't have this is my friend history and y'all not dating. So this is a regular person. That is where emotional cheating can happen because this man is giving you, but you just agreed to something that you said you didn't believe in 5 minutes ago.
No, because look, you added a whole scenario to it.
Hear me out.
But that was what I meant as far as emotional cheating.
I got something better for you.
Go ahead.
Say nothing happened. So they had that conversation. He did. He ended up
it was
leaving.
never sex. It was never sex. They just always talk. They always talk.
But now he probably talks to her more now than he did before.
Yeah.
Well,
The-
he didn't talk to her at all. He was a stranger.
Exactly.
Oh no, I'm not talking
but
about her
then
scenario. I'm
he
talking about mine.
created a situation though.
I'm talking about Sean.
But again, in that, as a human being, you have to know that this person is creating a relationship with you outside of your. If you can't go to
Everybody has a
if you
relationship
can't
with
go to your
people.
partner and go like, yo, I just met somebody and they cool and it's this.
Do
that,
you do that?
Sometimes
Who do I meet new that you don't know?
Do it matter if a person
Yo.
is new or old? Like it don't matter. What do you mean? You meet new people every fucking day. Like
No,
what?
if you're saying if I bump into an old friend, that's just an old. There is never nothing there. That's,
No,
yo,
I don't-
What's up, yo?
But
Nope,
even
that's
with the
it.
new person, it's
I
never
just-
nothing there because you
It
just
just
met
was
him.
a boy from Bloom in my job that just took his dad to get an eye exam. I gave his dad a free eye exam. We didn't
Okay.
talk. We didn't communicate after. It was like, yo, have a good day, money back, and that's it.
all right. So I think when I was saying with my scenario is okay, he got up, he left, he went home. He lives with his girl. That's always been his friend, but they was like, they're friends. It's not like super best friends, but they literally like, oh, like anytime something come around, they always in the same space. The girl know her, everything. Never had a problem with her because they literally been friends since, let's say, high school. Say now he gets home. He took the tools that she gave him, try to work with his girl. Days go on. He start hitting her up again. Start getting happier. He like, yo, I don't know why. I've been shitty this whole week. I've been trying to fix it with this girl doing this. But it's like, as soon as I text her, I just get happy. But it's like, dang, maybe I'm just happy because like my friend really able to be there for me the way that I need him to be there. Sometimes it starts off innocent like that. It's like now I can talk to her. So I can't talk to my girl about stuff, but me and my girl, we cool. Like we copacetic. But this is my other friend, so I actually really enjoy talking to her because we actually really able to dig through some shit that we really didn't dig through before. But it's me and my girl not really there yet because if I was to say that to my girl, she'd get an attitude, or if I say that my dude, he'd get an attitude, whatever, however you want to play it. And then we get to a point of compliments. That's why I said it starts subtly. Sometimes it really doesn't come off as emotionally cheating because it just seems like, oh, this is what we always do. Like, hey, yo, I see you, big money.
Yeah.
But now it's like, yo, you really look good in that dress today. Like, you look good in that dress. Sometimes people don't take it the way that somebody is meaning it, and vice versa. So he could be like, hey, yo, you really look good in that dress. And to her, because they've been creating this bond a little bit, she's taking it a step further. Like, damn, maybe he think I look good.
Well,
Let me play it. Let me play it by ear and see what he really mean. To him, he like, I'm just telling her she look good. Like, I never noticed she looked good like that before. She look good. But as things go on and they progress, sometimes it doesn't happen as easy as a week or two. Sometimes it happens over the course of
years.
time.
Yeah.
So it's like at some point it does become emotional cheating because it's just like she has her perception. And even though you're not thinking that way right now, at some point it could switch as like damn, I never noticed she was as beautiful as she was.
Again, but in that progression, it still has been harmless until either one, you have to lie to your partner about how you're seeing this person.
Who you always on the phone
two,
with?
Why would it be lying if this person is your friend still?
Right.
Like, so I
So-
don't have to lie that I'm
right.
talking to you
So,
or I'm going to
I
your
don't think you
house.
have to lie
Right.
in order to emotionally cheat. It's like you know what y'all conversation's about. You don't. Your partner's not asking you. Oh, so who you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to such and such. Oh, you're
There-
not asking what we talking about.
There is no partner in the world that you will repeatedly be on the phone with one person and they all the time they don't go like, "Oh, what y'all talking about?"
It's like that with my girlfriends. So why?
I disagree.
Well, again, I'm saying in that sense of you're just like that with your girlfriends because those are your girlfriends, and the apps you're talking about, there becomes a sort of caveat of girl talk being a thing.
So,
is a
okay,
thing
so
where
what
y'all
about
can
your
talk about
But that's
friendships?
different
how do
things.
you even
Just
know
like male
that?
talk, it's a thing.
No, I'm saying like just like look at y'all friendships. I'm like, all right, so y'all have a friend dynamic, or like Jack, or more so, where y'all have a group of friends that are literally y'all friends. I'm pretty sure that he talks to them quite often, but it probably wasn't a thing where it's like oh, you cheating on me with them. He could be can be texting them all day, every day. I don't know if you
group chat
I don't know if your friendship is
Uh-huh.
like that with them, but it's like you can literally talk to them on a normal basis every
all
single day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's not going to question, oh, well, why are you on the phone with one person now? Because like I know y'all talk all the fucking time, so like that's not bothering me.
No, but I'm saying you're having a caveat of a guy and a girl having a conversation. I'm saying a partner.
But so
Why
you're
is
saying the
that
difference is in the sex.
different?
Again, it depends on the love relationship and what you understand with your partner. I'm just saying in the conversation, if it's a repeat, if you go to a point to where you can tell somebody, like a lot of this is taken out of the caveat of any sort of human being recognition. You're saying like, all right, the partner in this has been completely obsolete. Doesn't like your partner has to play a role in this for it to be even a situation. If you're saying the partner is the one who plays a role in getting you to cheat. So the partner, you're saying even in this in this scenario, is just not getting what the person's trying to convey, but the other woman is. The moment you stop trying to get your partner to convey and just focus on the person that does, that's where you get to emotional cheating to me, in that sense of where I don't even give you a chance anymore. You're only talking to this one person, they're fulfilling that emotional need for you, and your partner is just there, just a human being. That's cheating. But if you're just having a conversation with a friend and you come home and you still work with your partner until you can't work no more, and if you built to
People
what
do it
you're
all the
building,
time.
Yeah.
what you mean?
People literally will work with their partner, do everything necessary to be in good graces with their partner, and then they go out and do the shit that they do because it makes them feel good. They give their partner chances and they constantly do what they are supposed to do, but then they turn around and they do the complete opposite. It's like a revolving door and it keeps happening and keeps happening. People do shit like that all the time.
I'm trying to apply that to it. So you're saying that people go home.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying people actually do that.
No, people do, but that to me is more. You're saying that's just somebody planning to cheat. If you're saying I'm going home, we're perfect, but I still got some shit going on out here.
See, no, okay, so that's
'Cause
why
the
I feel like
scenario
that's where we
we're
need
not
to.
perfect, and I'm talking.
So that's where the no comes in. When I say yes and no, that's why I said that's a complicated question, because at some point you going home and you doing the work with your partner, but you still got some internal shit going on. So at some point it's like okay, you working with your partner, but at some point was your pride crushed a little bit? Was your ego dimmed a little bit? Is this something that you need to get back, even though you working with your partner and y'all seem to be good? So like they're communicating with you more, they're doing the things that you asked, but because it gave you PTSD so much, you yourself now have to do the work within yourself to accept the change that they're giving you. If you're not ready to really accept that change and actually roll with it, you can keep going through that same revolving door. You can go over there, you can emotionally cheat because it feels good. It's like a high. It's like drugs. It feels good, but then you can come home and keep doing what you're doing and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. That's why there are people out here who literally live two separate lives where they got families on two different sides. It's like they're getting 100. You're never getting 100% from your partner ever. I don't care what nobody say. A person is not really capable of giving you 100% of themselves all the time. When you're in a partnership with somebody, what the fuck do they call it? The 80-20? It's like you're really probably going to get 80% of what you want out of your partner. That's fine because everybody cannot completely deplete themselves to give it to somebody else. But that 20% that you aren't to your partner, it look real fucking good when it's somebody else doing it. So that's why you home working it out with your girl, but you only get 80% of it because that other 20 you're not really getting from them. But that's not a problem because the good outweighs the bad in your relationship. But when you find somebody who got that 20 that your girl's actually missing, say you like getting your dick sucked from the back. I had to use something like that.
To add the back.
Say you
I say, damn, Bree, you
listen,
a fly on our wall. I was like, no.
Hey, yo, say you like getting your dick sucked from the back. Your girl is a freak in bed. She do everything, but just being near your ass just doesn't work well for her. She just doesn't like that. She'll suck your dick, but she don't want to suck it from the back. You love her though. Y'all cool.
It's
but you find
else
somebody, who just gloating. Oh yeah, yo, let me tell you how I sucked this nigga dick from the back and had him crying. In your head, you like, oh shit, this is my time to shine. You're not automatically thinking about cheating, but it's a little curiosity that starts spinning in your head like,
damn, she
well,
like that shit, huh?
I like this shit. No,
like
I can't do that to my. I can't do that. But then you start being around this person more because like they in your kind of group circle because people are open with their friends. They talk about any fucking thing.
That is very true.
They don't give a shit because that's my friend. I'ma do whatever because this is my fucking friend. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They know I suck dick. At some point, it's not even about the person. It's about the act of what's going to happen. Y'all get drunk one day. Truth or dare? I dare you to suck my dick from the back.
Hey, yo! All right, she was doing so good until that part.
I know. But no, I'm just saying, like at some point, it's like it's still progression, but it's like sometimes when you're missing that 20 looks damn fucking good. So even when it comes to friendships, the 80 that you was getting from your girl, your friend could give you that 20% in conversation, and you start indulging more and more and more into those conversations until it gets to a peak of it went from just being friends to being intimate. Like emotionally intimate. You don't know when that time is until it actually happens, or if you're thinking about it, if you know it might be wrong. But there are some people who literally will have conversations and something will happen and they'll say something and that changes the trajectory.
Well, no. Well, in a sense, from this situation, this was purely a physical thing. The act that he was lacking was physical. Somebody came into the room who can do that physical act, and then you stuck around in that. And then if you never communicate to your partner anything about this conversation and how this goes to this physical act, and this act is so strong that you would potentially ruin your relationship, but that's what cheating is.
Oh, so go to a
Ruin your
party, come home like,
situation.
babe, this bitch told me
She's
she
gonna
sucked
suck
dick
my
from the
dick from the
back.
back.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you
Okay,
don't.
so my
You're
question
not
is
enticed to
here
do it now.
because regardless if it's like the emotional or the physical actual act, when you have that, when you come back and you communicate whatever it is, let's say you wanted your toes licked, right? And you found somebody who was like, you was out and they was just admiring your feet or whatever, like, yo, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't mean to be like this, but like, you have some really nice toes and I would really love to just put them in my mouth. I'm a great actress because I fucking hate feet.
Yo.
But yeah, so this is something that you come back home and you be like, damn, babe, you come to me like, somebody told me that she would like suck my toes. And that's something that I'm clearly not going to do. If I say no, but that's something that you feel like you need, what is stopping you from getting that?
His love for you.
Again,
What's stopping you from getting
in
it?
her scenario, the other 80%. If your need to get your toes sucked is so strong and you can't, because for me this gets into basic life. Like, there are things that nobody's gonna give you every single thing you want and need of, but the things that they don't, if there are things you can't compromise on and you have to go get, then you have to leave because you're never gonna do that. So you're always gonna be in that place where this isn't gonna work, or you have to agree to have some type of compromise in your relationship. But that's always gonna exist. There's always gonna be somebody to suck your toe.
What
Like,
was I about to say?
unless you were somebody that weren't ever involved enough in your past life that where you had certain. Again, that's for certain people. I tell young people now all the time, like, yo, wait to get in a relationship, wait to get in that bond because you want to experience life a little bit because then you don't. You need to experience some shit so you're not always seeking the outside world or what could have been.
I
Let me.
disagree though. I don't feel like just because you have been or have not been with somebody means anything to
No.
what you actually like and want though.
But let me also say this
But
too.
what you can experience, I'm saying.
I feel like a lot of people need to get out of the state of oblivion too. I feel like, okay, so you can be in a relationship with somebody, you can love them, you can
Mhm.
literally tell like they your best friend,
Mm-hmm.
but there are certain things that people keep to themselves, and it's like I'm not saying that everybody does it just because like for secrecy. There are just some aspects of your life that you are absolutely not going to tell your partner, not because you feel like you did something wrong or not because sometimes people keep shit to themselves, and that's just people. We cannot put every human into a box that say you don't really love your partner if you don't tell them every single thing. If I go out and somebody buy me a drink at the bar, I'm not coming home and telling Merkin somebody bought me a drink at the bar. He don't give a shit and I don't give a shit. I got drunk. That's the basis of it.
Right, but
It's not going to change anything me telling him that.
I don't give a shit and he don't give a shit. You know he don't give a shit because that conversation or that act has been done before. Or else you just don't know. Then you're making.
But even if a conversation wasn't had, it's like imagine you getting mad. Like imagine somebody coming home to you and you getting mad. They be like, "Oh, how'd you have fun?" "Oh, I had so much fun tonight with the girls." Blah 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 blah. We was sitting at the bar and these dudes was in there and they just bought us drinks. So we didn't even have to spend no money.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get upset because
Depends on the dude. Because again, dudes. Again, I know I have multiple male friends. So friends who are like that. Here, babe. Here's to cover everything for you and your friends for the rest of the night.
and now I got to keep the money in my pocket.
And there goes the finesse. But again, that is distrust in a relationship. Then if you go out, because then it just take one time for shit to happen. Like for me in that scenario, again, certain shit in your life, for me, I share as much as I can. Like only thing I don't is personal friend secrets. But about my day and about my life, I want to share that with my partner. That's my best friend. So it's not like for me, is I'm a run. The shit that I don't share is only other people's shit, and that depends on the level of their shit. Because some shit it'd be like, yo, I can't even handle the weight of this on my own, and I need to bounce this off because how do I go in a room with somebody and this is on the table and I'm, I know, and you just there like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would say I guess
and your partner got to be there with you like.
I guess I can speak personally because I feel like in any in multiple aspects of my life There are literally things that my friends don't know about me. There's literally things that Marcus, not saying like he don't know about me just because like it's secretive. I've literally I've always been an oversharer, and I've always been super accessible to people. And I found solace in keeping certain things to myself because I literally have the joy of having something to myself. Because when you become a mom, when you become a partner or a wife or a husband, literally your entire identity alters, and it goes through this shifting of you're bound to this person, you're bound to these responsibilities, you're always around, you're always doing this, you're always doing that. They know when you wake up, they know when you go to sleep, they know when you wash your ass, they know when you take a shit, they know everything about you. Is there anything that you can keep to yourself? Not because it's secretive, it's just like I just don't think that everything, personally, that's just me because everybody is different. Some people just like, take it all. But I know that
That's
even
heavy me.
Marcus, he literally has said like there was just certain things like, oh, like it's just this aspect that I just kept to myself because I'm always around you. I'm literally always with you. Not that that's an issue,
I can see how that can
but
work.
I'm always this. I want to have some privacy to myself. So that's why he used to like we had fixed up my back room at one point at my old house where it was literally his office. And if he gets up and he goes in there and shuts the door, that's his personal time. I don't need to tell my partner every time I watch porn. I don't need to tell my partner every time I masturbate. There are just certain things that I feel like it's
Right.
healthy to keep to yourself. If I go out to the fucking bar, now Marcus did have this issue at first, and he was just like, I don't want dudes buying you drinks because I don't want them to think they're going further. First of all, if you buy me a drink at the
It's a
bar,
weird complex. I don't like that.
no, listen, that's why I say I'm going to the bar. If you buy me a drink and you think that, and first of all, I know how to use my discernment.
Because like if you
If
think
you
that of
think-
me, if you think because I let somebody
Right.
buy me a
And
drink,
there we
So
go.
I'm
your
gonna
your
go,
trust,
like-
and that's my point.
and
in
you
it.
as
maybe we
The
shouldn't be
action-
together.
as men, some men feel like, oh well, if I'm gonna send my lady to the bar with money, so she ain't gotta she don't gotta ask no nigga. I never
Nobody was
had
never
to ask no
asking
nigga for nothing.
anything.
Right.
But it's like a y'all, like I'm gonna say y'all because I'm just talking about men. Y'all have this thing where I don't want nobody to touch or talk to what's mine. First of all, if there is a free alcoholic beverage, because
Well,
I
some
look,
men view women as property. So yeah.
yeah, because most men do assume their woman as
Well,
property.
I won't
Because
say most,
when you
I'll say
start
some.
putting most men, because they put stipulations on what their woman can or can't do when they're around, that is assuming it as property because I don't want you to do this because he might act this way or he might do this to you. And it's like because I remember when we first became friends and we used to talk and stuff like that, you'd be like, you used to say something. I can't remember what the fuck you used to say.
Yeah,
But it
you
really was along the
different.
lines of that. And it's crazy because I actually started adopting that thought process, like, and it changed a lot of me and Marcus's conversations because I
Yeah.
was just like,
I remember first meeting her. A lot of her responses was more so like, oh well, that's just different for me because I'm married and I don't do that. Oh, that's good for you. But
yeah. But then when I actually
like,
took, well, first of all, in no marriage is one size fit all, no relationship is,
for
period.
sure.
But
Facts.
after having conversations and actually get into the nitty gritty of me and him talking, I'm like, all right, so what's the worst case scenario? Somebody buy me a drink. Okay. And
I'm
what's,
gonna drink it.
and what's the best case scenario? Oh,
I'ma
I don't want
drink
no
it.
dude. And when he did you say that, oh, I don't want no dude thinking he got a chance with you. First of all, I can shut it down because as soon as I say, oh no, thank you, I'm married, or no, thank you, they're gonna be like, oh, that's cool, baby. I still want to get this drink.
Right.
Because there has been multiple times that old heads have done
Multiple
that.
times.
Other men have done that. And it's not literally, it's how you respond to people, how they actually carry things on. So if I'm throwing that ass in a circle while getting a drink, you ain't gonna think he got a chance with fucking me. Yeah, that's just crazy.
But none of that equals fucking to me. Even in this scenario, for that dude to have the insecurity of a guy buying him a drink, it takes more conversation to me. More things need to be shared and talked about because you don't trust your girl.
No, but I was talking about I was using that, but I was
Yeah,
talking about what
but-
you was even saying.
but,
Like, no, I'm just going to cut her a
but
check so she
again,
don't have to do
but-
that.
and for
So
that-
you kind of think like that in a sense, a little bit?
I never. That said for the men friends that I have that do.
Oh.
That I also had the conversation
Yeah,
about.
he
Well,
wasn't
hey,
talking about him.
you got to have that conversation. It's
yeah.
a conversation to be had with your girl about outside etiquette with each other. If you have that,
I don't throw my ass on nobody no way, y'all.
Right,
I
but
don't-
if
right.
but I'm saying if it's an issue, it's a conversation to be had so that doesn't have to be a pain point.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a lot of all these are pain points that are big when you forget about everything else. But I do big for me in my relationship, reminding myself of everything else daily and paying attention, just in observing because I'm very observant in my life. Period, because it's just how I was raised. But paying attention, observing will keep you in to where you're at and not so worried about the outside world and what's going on outside there. If you can keep your shit clean in your house and where you at and keep your emotions and how you feel expressed to your partner, and that kind of cuts out that, because that's a further conversation. Like if she ever was like, yo, I don't want no girl buying you a drink because I'm afraid what she gonna do. Like, what?
I can't imagine the words coming out your mouth like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's out of control.
What you think about me and what I do? Like,
so
again,
it all goes back to, I feel like, trauma in a sense.
Yeah.
Because when we
Trauma
actually got
and trust.
well, no, when we got to the nitty gritty of why he had said that, when he said it, mind you, this was like years ago. But when he said it, it was because first of all, he's not from Philly. And it was an incident where they went out to a club, they had a section, one of his friends, no, they was with girls. The girl went to the bar to go get a drink, a dude bought her a drink, and the dude literally followed him around the entire club and then came in their section being disrespectful. And it was just like bro, all right, we not doing this, because if a man buy you he correlated a man buying
That's
a woman.
with any trauma though. Like you can't carry that situation around forever and be like,
to get over that trauma, to talk about it.
First of all, yep. And I straight was like, if somebody is giving me a free drink, I'm going to take it.
as long
But
as I
also-
see
As
the
long as I
bartender
see-
pour the drink.
Yeah,
You
and-
can't walk up to me with no drink now. No.
And I don't go to bars by myself.
I got to
so
see
I
them
always
pour
got
it.
my eyes on my friends. My friends always got their eyes on me.
Mhm.
that's
So
a
if we're at a
different
group,
level.
oh, you buying all of his drinks?
And that's part of that conversation to where as a guy, yo, there's no problem there. For me, also, if you got niggas who play a different game out here, a nigga buying your girl a drink and having that knowledge is something they can go back and create whatever narrative they can about. So for niggas I'm talking about that do that, have different issues outside of here. Like it's like you gotta even like you don't even know who preying on you for some of these situations, because sometimes your girl is an op to somebody or is somebody's way to get at you. So no matter what,
I'm
they
glad
can
I'm not in
create
that street
scenario.
shit.
That scenario can be created to where it can be a problem. That's why you got to go with your own. Like when I know some guys that the girl section is they're going to my club, the DJ is my DJ. They section is right next to the DJ booth. Security is also my security. Nigga, so have fun and all, but I have to control this a different way.
Yeah.
So it's just it all in this is just it gets into controlling and not controlling some situations and communicating with your partner. I think all this is communication. Even if you get to the point to where you're physically missing something, and it gets to the point to where you dick suck from the back, where you can't go another day without getting your dick sucked from the back, then there has to be a crossroads in your relationship for something, because that need is still there. Even if you go cheat, now you just got the shit for right now, but now you've created another problem. That now you have to go get served again. So now I get my dick sucked from the back, but now I gotta cover up a whole dick sucked from the back relationship.
No, once you get that dick sucked from the back, you gonna keep wanting that dick sucked from the back. Oh, forgot. Oh, I was about to. I'm doing 3 things at one time. I'm thinking, and I'm trying to do this, and I'm trying to talk.
But yeah, to wrap that was a tangent. But for y'all to wrap up my point in that whole scenario, I just think, and from the multiple people I've had to talk to in situations about cheating or relationships, the point I always try to get across is all of this can be avoided through some conversations and talking with because even talking with yourself, like the dudes I know that cheat don't even understand why they're doing it sometimes.
All right, so let's from that angle. Let's say, have you ever cheated before
on somebody? No,
you've never cheated on anybody you've ever been with.
No, I leave.
Okay, so what is that leaving point for you? Like, what is it that you're weighing against? Like, you know what? I can't stay here, and if this is making me question it, then I should leave. What is that point?
Well, I haven't had to leave anything for a sexual desire. For me, it's always only time my breakups are usually they want me to commit in a way wasn't comfortable to at the time.
Right? Like what though?
Like if we want to commit, like yo, we're together, we're an item, and I'm like, well, no, I'm not.
So how you break up with somebody that you wasn't together with?
Oh, you was one of them niggas, yeah.
No, but that's different than I'm saying.
But I'm saying so. Whenever I got in a situation, they would end by somebody either for me it'd be like, well, a conversation to where it was a conversation problem.
Wait,
like I'm not the one that usually
using
leaves.
it.
But this one's sweeter than that one.
Like I'm not usually the one who like in my few relationships that I've actually have been full blown out relationships. It's usually the other person is the fact of that it'll be communication, and that person still like my long relationship of the last decade is you. Like I don't.
Period. Poo.
Like I don't.
Period. I. Period.
In a sense, in how you spoke about trauma, certain things, I was not the dating type. Like even scenarios where people joke about one girl in my life that was like a toxic situation, we never ever were boyfriend and girlfriend.
So you've
We
never
just
like when was your last relationship?
Or is this technically like your first real
no.
relationship?
Oh no, but my last relationship probably was like 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay, so how did that end? Like, why did that end?
That ended because it was one of those things where the girl wants you to fight. Like, yo, my ex hit me up, and I'm not one for this. Like, I'm not. Don't if you want to leave me, you goodbye. So, yo, my ex hit me up. I'm thinking about I don't
Oh,
know. It's
I
still
remember it.
something
I remember
there,
it. Okay.
and this happened like twice over. I was like, all right,
That's just strange.
all right, cool, have fun, bye.
Not my
Okay.
ex hit me up
No,
and I
that's
want to
different.
see where this go.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
No, that's perfectly fine. And you need to be like, oh well, I kind of wanted you to fight for me in this moment, or I wanted to see if you.
Bro, I would
That's
have
a
left
real
too.
thing, though.
It
People do be
is.
like that. They
I
be
would've
like,
left
well,
too, though.
damn, you gonna give up on me that easy? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
bro. If you gotta think about it once, you ain't got to think twice, baby. Holla
In
at you.
fact, for me, it ain't that. So even
But you better fight for me.
But even a note, well, we already been through our situations and stuff like that. So
Since said, well, my ex wants me back.
I've
but I
never
don't
been through a
know.
situation where my ex wanted me back, or I even wanted my ex back, or
No,
I wanted to.
but a
That is
situation
strange
to where
behavior.
the decision to like wanting to leave or something to be done. I'm saying in that sense, we've had those conversations.
Okay.
I was about to say so. I forgot this shit was recorded. We can scratch it out.
I mean, you could cut and bleed.
Yeah, no, I was about to say because as many times as I tried to leave, and Marcus tried to leave me, I guess we just keep coming back to
I'm fucking crying.
Well, you just said you left 15 minutes. one
Right.
time,
Well, that was a while
yeah,
ago.
your leaves.
Girl, it was not a while
No,
ago.
I was talking about in the
You
sense
probably
of
got levels
I
of
was talking
leaving.
about in the sense
Oh,
of
that's
fighting
their-
for the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
relationship. It's
Yeah.
like we
And
we
there's
be
a
out
fight.
here.
There's more at stake
Floyd
here for
Mayweather
me.
and that shit.
Right, so that's what I'm speaking on. I'm speaking on you could it's a very easy blanket answer when it's very short. There's not much history there. I'm talking about let's speak on a relationship that you actually have some stake in. You have some history and you have something else that's keeping you here. Like a personal
An ex cheat on me before I got to college. Who we dated for 3 years, and she let some little nigga eat her pussy, and that was the end of it for us.
Okay.
So I mean, like I don't play like I'm not that person. I try to make myself very easy to talk to, come through it. So if you need something or if something's lacking, something's off, I expect to be conversated. If you go and do some shit,
Well,
and I
that's
gotta
what I'm
find
saying
out
though. That's what I'm saying.
later.
Yes, okay, you can have the conversation, but if the conversation doesn't go in a way where it is beneficial to the person who brings up the conversation, then how do you expect that to play out?
Well, for me, you saying what conversation exactly
Like
about
in
an issue
general,
you're having?
yeah. Like I'm saying, like you're in a relationship, you have this relationship for a very
Mhm.
long time. Y'all locked in. Something comes up, and it's like, you know what? Out of respect, like I do want to bring this to you. I don't want to just go and do X, Y, and Z. Hey, listen, I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling deprived in this area. I'm feeling like I want X, Y, and Z. Can you do this? No, for me, I can't do it. At that point,
You get up and go. If it's that thing, if it's like I always compromise where you can, but where you can't, don't. If it's something that you can't, that yo, I got this thing is bothering me, it's probably to my core.
Yeah.
I am never going to be the person that's going to agree with that. Okay, I guess that's what we have to call it quits because that's not my thing.
mm,
That's not going to ever be my thing, and it's something I know about myself.
mhm.
But if it's something to where it's like, all right, let's say your girl wants you to eat her ass, and you're like, I ain't eat ass, nigga. But for your girl, you gonna eat her ass because that's it. You don't like. It's like if that's their compromise, then
That's
it's a
being a
conversation
people
of like,
pleaser. Because if you
well,
don't eat ass,
Yeah,
you
I
shouldn't
don't
be
like that
eating
either.
ass.
but no, but if that's your girl thing and it's something that you're depriving her of, and it's something to you that why don't you do it? If you got it, like for me, I need your reasons why.
If you
If the
eating my
reasons
ass
why
causes
is
your dick
just,
to go
well, I
soft,
think 'cause
stay
you
the fuck
poop
out my
from there.
ass.
Okay,
What?
what?
No, I'm saying because I felt like that was a more like picturesque way of putting it. I feel like if I like getting my ass ate
Uh-huh.
and you don't like eating ass, if you trying to compromise and you eat my ass and your dick goes soft, if you eating my ass causes your dick to go soft, do not eat my ass because that's too much of a compromise. You don't even feel comfortable doing that. I felt like I equated that to not feeling comfortable.
Okay.
I feel like you
I
don't.
mean, it is because it says you're doing something
Yeah,
you're just
but
not
it's like
doing.
I don't want her to leave me, so
But-
let me eat her ass.
But again,
don't do that.
That's I'm saying you attempted to try for your partner. Now, if she recognizes that you're attempting and sees your penis go soft and like, what? I can't do. Okay, I'll find a way around this issue then but you at least tempted and tried. People don't even give their partner a chance.
Mm.
It's damn, yo. You
I'm
don't
like,
wanna
how do
suck
you
my
know
dick?
you don't like eating ass? Because I ate ass before. So maybe my ass tastes different than other asses. Maybe this is a different ass.
But okay, you ate ass before. What do you like about it?
I just
I'm
didn't
not
like
eating
it.
No,
Oh.
as a
For the
situation.
conversation.
As a situation.
All right. I ate somebody's ass, and I don't know. It's a mental block. I just don't like the fact that my head is just near where somebody's shit at.
But when you eat pussy, your head is still there.
This is not
not the
there for
same
me.
thing.
No, I'm not. It's not the same. But I'm saying what? If I'm eating vagina and it's on your face, her
Nobody.
butthole
First
is
of all,
right
you're the one
here.
talking about being your face getting sat on. We're not even right there, sir.
Even but what? Okay, let's say if you
Exactly.
eat
See,
vagina if you have a one eating pussy position, then okay, that's interesting.
no, but I'm saying you went straight to getting your face getting sat
I
on. Like
just
I
wanted to give you a scenario where ass is in your face.
all right, but
But
everybody
it's
know
not. It's not in your face when not all the time.
the clitoris is so far from the asshole. It makes no sense.
It's really not
That
that
shows.
close. You literally
People need to stay
have
their
to
tongue out of the
open-
coal.
You
people.
to eat ass, you literally, and unless you're eating it from the front, to eat ass from the back, you literally have to move ass cheeks out the way.
Yes.
To eat vagina, that's not the same thing.
I'm not,
that's all I'm saying.
No, I'm never saying it's the same thing.
I know, but I'm saying to
if
that
their
point, you said it was
issue is
ass in the face.
proximity to your asshole,
No,
and you're down there already.
No,
eating
that's
All
not
right,
the
pussy.
same.
change it. Let's say the issue is she don't want to eat out of the place that shit comes out of. Now what?
yeah.
Then that is again for you. Then that's the end for you. If you're,
I'm
that's
like,
the
now
end.
what?
If
So
it-
it's either-
if it's you poop from here, I cannot mentally get around that shit. Fuck that, I'm never doing it.
No
pun
intended.
And if the woman is like she like her ass ate, so that's one of them scenarios where he's a good man. He does what he's supposed to do. He just don't eat ass. You know what? Let's call it quits because this is just something I just can't. I can't
Yeah.
fucking
If
no.
but no,
we gotta
but
be
real-
realistic
but some
here.
Shit, that is some shit for people. 'Cause
But
then you go through your
that's
whole
going
relationship
back.
suffering.
But that's and see, sometimes people don't because that goes back to the earlier thing of sometimes people because they want this relationship so bad they'll stay with that person because they do everything else right but eat their ass and they're just gonna find somebody else to eat their ass on a sneak tip and they're gonna be merrily happy
Be like,
and enjoy
baby,
their life.
It's okay. Like, and I just go through a little brothel and get my ass ate every now and then.
Crying, not a brothel.
Hey yo,
I use a different credit card, so you never
That's
have to know.
Crazy. To
And
me.
guess what? They live until they 89. They both died, and
And they be
nobody
happy.
ever knew that she got her
Yeah,
ass eaten.
That's
No,
a hope.
yeah.
But then there's also
That's the hope.
the other end of that coin is you went out and did this, and now it's gonna potentially rise to the surface. And you now in your relationship, you're hiding a secret of a whole secret another partner who eats your ass, and one that nigga eventually gonna want some pussy.
No, people would just be being messy with
No,
their trying to build
sometimes people
families with
just
people that
be-
eat their
He been
ass.
eating ass for 5 years. He didn't try to slide his dick in one.
But like,
twice,
hey,
or her.
you've been cheating on me with the same person for 5 years. They've been eating your ass because you're now trying to create a family with them. That's why it's an issue when it came to the head.
Yeah.
No, or that person again.
If that person
And-
just did what they were supposed to do and ate their ass
For
until they
me,
was
in
89,
And
Not
cheating,
89,
the
yeah.
biggest issue, the biggest issue is you are bringing another person into your situation that you cannot control. This person,
Of
who I've
course.
seen time in and time out, has always been a detriment of whatever's going on. You could be the best motherfucker. I'm moving around. I got this. You a spy, and this motherfucking other spy, like, I don't give a fuck no more. Hey yo,
that's
No, that's
it.
very true.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
people
yo,
are reckless like
what's,
that. Like, you know
Yo,
what?
where our nigga at?
Right, that's what females. I'm like, you know what? We've
Or-
been sharing this dick for too long. Let me shake the
Yeah.
They get
table a little
tired of
bit.
Christmas pictures. They get tired of not having their life.
Mhm.
Yep, he not
You-
giving me what I want, so
And
let
then
me
that
just
person
tell
can
on him.
also be somebody where you giving them to what they think is their everything and all, and that could be 5% of what you are.
Mhm.
That is too much.
That's
shit
that other
to-
person
you
dumbass
can't
fault
control.
too.
I control the controllables, but I'm not gonna add a fucking whole another person and their opinions, their feelings, their shit to my situation because eventually,
You know what I
some
think
shit
it is?
changes.
I think I think for some people, even though it goes like sexual, I really feel like there's some people out here who do it because one, they can't help themselves from wanting to feel loved a certain type of way.
And number two, sometimes it's not even about creating a whole nother relationship. Like I can see, that's more so on the sense of like, okay, if you're like not saying like you should be doing it, but if you're going to cheat, you should not be cheating with the same fucking person 17 times over and over again. Because now you
Eventually
now
you're
you're in a
gonna love 'em.
relationship. Now you
Yeah.
have two relationships instead of you being in a relationship and you cheated.
Mhm.
Now you have two relationships.
That's why so
Those
many
are two
people,
different
grandparents,
things.
got multiple families on two different
Yeah,
sides of the
child.
track.
Well, then the other scenario of that, if you cheating with different people where you have no rapport in, it takes one mistake.
I mean, it's gonna take the same. It could be the same one mistake
Take one
with
mistake
one
to do what
person,
though?
No,
or multiple people.
One mistake to where this person can be somebody close to the person you know. You again, there's times where if you I
That's
know
crazy.
people who've gone
Imagine going to a baby
and
shower and seeing like 4 people you fuck like yo cousin.
I'm
but
crying,
no,
yo.
but imagine seeing that, but seeing 4 people you fucked the last week. And
That's nasty.
Now you're in the party and everybody's making that beeline to you. You in there with your with your kids, your partner, and you're all in matching outfits, and then here comes
And
6
it's at that
chicks
moment
trying to walk up
that
to
person
you like,
better say they got diarrhea.
"Hey, what's up?" And it's that awkward, "What's up?"
Hey cousin.
I've seen it. Like for me, I can live through my friends in their scenarios and learn.
No, I'm saying that because I know people who literally that's their cousin. And I'm just like, no, I'm not faking family.
And
you're
then
not about
some
to be my
people,
family.
and again, this is not every person, but some people think they have this ability that they can do an act and not have any shift affect any of their regular life. A small shift, if you with your partner every day, like how you describe, you shit, eat, sleep, and you even start fucking somebody else, somebody might just feel a little shift on the nods, and then a little shift on the nozzle of life change, and the channel just fuzzy a little bit. Like, yo, it could be not even a bad.
I kind of disagree with that. Only because it's like, okay, obviously you can live with somebody, you could be with them day in and day out, but you still have your own personal life where you might go to dinner with your friends, you might go to your mom's house, you might go visit an aunt that lived 2 fucking cities over. So like little things like that anything of where you're not with this person, you like anything can happen at any time. So no, I don't agree with that.
Anything can happen at any time. I'm saying it takes one time for that channel to get fuzzy, and now they're looking into everything that you're doing. That's all I'm saying. And now you create another issue in relationship because now this person believes something's going on, but can't. Let's say you're motherfucking James Bond, and you can't prove the shit. But the person has something in their gut feeling that is pulling at them like, yo, just look a little closer. I know plenty of girls and guys who go through phones off of a feeling in their gut.
Sure do. I mean, I don't know more. I used to though.
Oh, I don't. I never went through. I never went through phone.
Well, honey, if you ain't gonna tell me, I'm gonna find out myself.
So, but in the sense of where you think you're moving at whatever how you moving, that sense can change that. So, in all of that, the way to avoid not just talking to your partner. If it's a situation to where you haven't.
All right, so not true either though, because there can be plenty of times where you just talk to your partner and your partner don't talk back. So then what?
Then you get a new partner. If you're people be in the craziest shit for no reason to me. If I can't communicate to my fucking partner and we're talking and there is no exchange, there's no.
But I find it hard to believe that you feel that way because that's literally like throwing away so much of what could have been. I'm like every relationship had some point that they might have gone through something. It might not have been to this extreme, but every relationship had some point where they might have gone through something that if they would have just let that be that, they would have left and they would have lost out on the rest of their whole relationship, and their relationship actually was good.
But for scenarios where the action is completely crossed, when somebody does something that you can't go with and you end up making somebody else miserable. I've seen that. To where you took some shit on the chin so much. And you think, oh well, no, I'm waiting for this picture that I have in my brain of where we're going to end up.
I mean, I think it depends on what exactly we mean here, because like, all right, in my scenario, let's say I used to feel like for me, like a hard no for me would be cheating because I am so open and I'm so like I'm not a typical person when it comes to relationships. So I feel like with me being as open as I am, you still decide to go cheat on me, then absolutely not. I can never take you back. Da da da. I weigh the same level for lying because again, I am so open. You literally do not have to lie to me. I don't care what the fuck I ask you. All I need is the truth. We could deal with whatever the truth is, but whatever the truth is can't be worse than you lying to me. And that's like how I feel, like how I used to weigh both of them. I kind of feel a little different, but that's how I used to weigh both of them. So my thing is this: coming into a situation where, let's say, I went through, obviously this is a hypothetical situation, but let's say I went through your phone and I found out that you cheated on me. I'm not going to be like, my issue is going to be the fact that I brought it to you and I asked you like, hey, have you ever been with anybody else outside of me? And you tell me no. yeah, I'm mad that you cheated on me, but I'm more mad that you fucking lied because I know the fucking answer. I'm asking you the question to.
But that's why I feel like that's
in that
why
scenario, they were
these
lying the whole
scenarios
time.
are never a one size
But
fit
that's the
all.
point, though.
But you just saying um how you grew and you're changing. That's why I think that this whole thing is not really a one size fit all. It's kind of like
Right.
it's a respect the person type thing. Like,
But
it's,
even alone that, like you said you've grown to learn like through your friends or whatever. So say that scenario happened, and then you was like, you know what? I see how bad this made this person feel. I know I'm never going to cheat on her again. I know I'm never going to lie to her again. And then you move forward, not ever cheating and not ever lying again. If I decided in that moment to say, you know what? No, fuck this shit. You did what you did. I'm out. We would have never got to experience the everything good
the
that happened
bountifulness of our
after
relationship.
that situation. That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah, some people that should have just quit while they was ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But-
like, you
everything,
cheated,
yeah,
but
you
ain't
know, it'd be
nobody know.
different. It'd be
But
should have
different.
fucking stopped.
even
but
in
you
that,
kept going.
it takes a little level of work on both people, and you have to trust somebody's going to put something behind them, because people will take you back, but take you back to shit on you repeatedly. Like, yo, you could be chilling, and somebody go, you probably out. If some people, every time you leave their site, they think you cheating.
I mean, yeah, if you gave them reason to believe that you were cheating in the first place,
Right,
they
but-
probably go think that.
But again, then you can never be in a comfortable part of your relationship. You can never walk outside your home and not feel as though when you get home, when you get out, your partner's going to hit you up, text you. When you walk into this door, it's going to be like, where the fuck was you at? And it's that energy that's not conducive to a good relationship. So no, if it's a situation where, yes, some people can take it back from cheating. I'm not saying that can't be done, but that the person who takes them back is doing 10 times more work for how they're mentally going to
Of
handle
course.
this for
Of
the
course.
rest of their life.
Of course.
And that's all I'm saying in that. And I would rather avoid that completely. If you want to cheat, you gotta first you talk to your partner and you could figure out, yo,
You
why.
talk to your partner for wanting to cheat is crazy.
No.
It's like, no,
Hey, I was just
know
sitting
what
there in my car
No, I
thinking,
know
like,
what you
maybe I
meant.
should
But
cheat.
that's-
you
I know
know?
what you meant.
But that's a real deal conversation. Yo, I thought about cheating on you today. Well, what? Why? What's going open? People don't want to open nobody's eyes to reality sometimes. Yo,
Jay
if you,
belong in a Lifetime movie.
if you got
Crying, yo.
no, it's real shit, because
I
there's too
know.
many people who sit around living a fake ass life. Like I'm not walking through I'm my goal. I have goals so high.
Live a little, Jay. Give your life a little razzle dazzle.
My life has
I'm
no
the razzle
razzle-dazzle.
and the dazzle.
Hey, yo. But again, if you want excitement,
Yo.
you get it from other places and some shit. Like, yo, if it depends on your goals for life. My goal for life was never to be working till I'm 65, good job, doctor, lawyer, whatever it is. I go to work every day. I feel happy. I'm successful, and my family, we have this nice. That was never my goal. My goal was always to shoot for the stars. So
Oh
I'm
no, I wasn't laughing at you. Oh my god, I thought about something else
That's
while you
fine.
said that. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That don't affect me at all. I'm saying, but that's my goal. So I'm working through your goal. If you on a mission for life, then you working towards your mission. And to get that to where if you want some shit like that, you gotta have some security somewhere in your life.
Mhm.
So if your partner is your security, then you have to use them for that. It can't just be, yo, you're only my partner when shit going good, or I can talk to you about when shit. No, you gotta be able to talk to me. You fucking depressed as hell. Shit ain't working. You tired.
You on
And
your
you want to have a
deathbed.
conversation. And that is a worse conversation than, yo, I felt like cheating on you today. Because if you have that
To
conversation,
the mature person, that sounds like the
But-
more feasible option. But some people, no.
But
Just
then
the
that
thought of it is just
but
the
even
life.
that person is not for you, because you can't share how you truly felt in the moment. Now you, on top of that, you're cheating now. Now it goes to that, well, I'm cheating because I can't even share shit with you. No, leave, because you can't share shit with them. Like, yo, you need to have that level of understanding, communication to get to that next level. And relationships is levels.
Agreed.
Yes, there's introductory, there's intermediate, there's this, and sometimes you skip those levels. It goes from introductory to kid, and you got to figure out all this shit. as you
He's
go.
talking about
Scary.
him because he trapped me.
Jesus Christ.
Mary and Joseph too. Call them all. Shit.
But okay, I was not talking about him. Talking about scenario. But okay, yeah,
Not the Mary and Joseph.
wow.
Both of them.
But in that scenario,
K and E the
it's
two.
still-
Yo.
those steps still have to be hit. So you're still going to get through those points because you're still figuring out this person. They can tell you everything about them from the beginning, but until you live it, then you can understand, yo, you were actually the person you told me you were. But somebody telling you some shit and you seen is different. And then as you proceed, if you're proceeding through these levels and y'all don't get closer, shit don't get a little different, better.
Mhm.
If you get to a stalemate, then you got to check in. Like for me, it's a life planned around checks and balances. Like, yo, I have my life no matter what. My kid turns 5, there's a check-in, yo. How is life? How are you? Like, this is when you feeling some stuff. So now I can really check in for your relationship. Yo, year 3, year 4, year 5, every year needs to be like, yo, how you feeling? What's going on? How you like where we at? Where you want to go? What's our 5-year plan? People don't got plans no more together. Niggas are just living life. Yo, all right, go to work every day. I can't keep my lady because this couch is shorter than I thought. But yo, hey, you making dinner? All right, cool. Dinner, food, sex, work, dinner, food, sex, work, and that's their life.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they have aspirations of doing something so much grander, they don't even share it because they feel like, oh, I have to live in this box now because I created this box. Fuck that.
She at your house?
I don't think so.
You should tell her to come over.
She'll help you.
No, so she can get the kids busy.
Good point.
But I feel like what time? Where we at?
Hour and 40. I just was using this all as a
Well, goddamn.
What's wrong? Because
We're recording right now. Are you going to come over? Wow, you really got friends.
That's
This is
crazy.
crazy. I'm crying.
Wow, look at history, dog. Look at that.
Yes.
I'm going to say somebody's calling you in the back.
Deja. Yes.
Didn't you say you was going to Ash House? We should just move this party over there.
My super was over there.
All right, let's text her and see. All right, cool. Good story.
But yeah. And that, do you have any closing
No,
remarks for the
not
whole
technically, no.
conversation around
I definitely think Brian
cheating and went on a tangent? I don't know how to start. You actually you started that.
I did. I started the what I say?
Kayla, I don't know.
Cheating.
I don't even know.
It's cheating. Basically, it's getting cheated on your fault. That was the
Yup.
that was the opening question.
And after our whole talk,
Bye.
as a check-in for me, I still don't.
I definitely still stand on what I said, but
yes and no, you're saying
because in the senses of every action does have a reaction. So like, yes, somehow, some way.
I guess I'm summoned.
Somehow,
I told her I would be her friend.
Some way, yeah, somebody else is responsible because there are different roles that play a part into why someone chooses to what they do. Directly, no, but indirectly, yes, somebody else can be responsible for getting themselves cheated on indirectly.
And for me, and I'm just gonna say, for me, I'm going to draw a hard line and saying I'm gonna say no, because even no matter what, you always have an option to go, unless you don't. Now, for those.
I mean, that's still
those dangerous situations, those livelihood situations, those different scenarios. But
not even let's take the danger out of it. Let's not even say it could be a potentially abusive relationship. Let's say it depends on your livelihood in the sense of you can't survive without this person. Let's say y'all done got 7 kids together. You leave this man, you ain't gonna know what to do with these kids. You gonna be homeless. You leave this girl, you ain't ever gonna eat. Like, let's say it's that situation. And you're not happy though. But you stay in this situation because you done made your bed and now you gotta lay in it because your kids need a roof over their head and you need to make sure they eat and you need to make sure they go to school. You need to make sure they're taken care of. You need to make sure they got this insurance still. Let's say it's that type of situation. Then what?
Then you need to, hey, if you, and this is the person that's thinking about cheating, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, in that scenario, get your shit together. If you can't,
that sounds so much easier said than done.
Hey, I didn't say it was easy. I said it's something that has to be done. Because
right, but in the meanwhile, while it's having to be done, though, what's that?
Yeah, I was about to say, I get where
this person can get up and leave your ass anytime they want.
You're absolutely right, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this person.
Even you just said you're in a spot where I cannot leave you because I'm dependent upon you solely for how I live.
Right.
If you want to move anyway, you got to figure out that cannot be the end goal. You have to find something to create or something to do, a job you can work somewhere where you can find something to have your own life. Because hey, if you're feeling this way, guess what happens if they feel this way?
But you're not answering the question. You're speaking on the other person. What if they leave? That's not what I'm asking you. I'm saying for this person who feels like they need to stay here, but they are not happy with this person, how do you rectify the not leaving in that scenario? You're speaking on the other person who
work on your happiness, but you also work on your exit plan. If you feel as though you're at the point where you got to cheat on this person, you need to be ready to go.
I'm about to say the way that you think,
you're ready to go, but you can't.
No. All right, so I'm thinking like, all right, so the way that you think, I feel like that works for you, and probably some people that probably think like you. But I'm thinking in a real world scenario, most people automatically are going to think with their emotions, even if they are emotionally mature enough to, sit and talk about certain things. In your case, if you feel you,
Mm-hmm.
if you feel like you are mature enough and put together enough to go through all of those steps the way that you're listing them, that's actually really good. That's a lot of self control. But I feel like there are a lot of cases because when love is in the middle of a lot of things, everything doesn't
It
go
gets
step by
sticky, icky,
step.
icky.
It doesn't matter how mature, how emotionally mature you are, how physically mature. It doesn't matter how mature you are. I feel like there are a lot of people who define love differently than other people.
Facts.
So when it comes to piecing together things or saying how you feel or doing things, it might not happen the way that you're saying it. It could happen just out of context, like just out of order.
Yeah,
But I feel like there are so many more pieces of that puzzle that are missing depending on the person and their situation. So I feel like when you're saying what you're saying, that might very well work for you and how your mind works. But there could also be other people that it literally just does not work like that. They understand what you're saying. Like me, I understand what you're saying. But I also feel like there's so many intricate and moving pieces that the way that you might approach a situation based off of you and your partner and how y'all understand each other could work. But another person,
Yeah, it'd be
that
completely
could
different.
very well be
Right.
destructive. So I feel like you
But
kind of
then
have
it
to
needs
have
to be
discernment
destructed.
and use. But it could be no, I'm saying it could be like where you saying, "Oh, I'd rather you tell me so we can handle it." Boom. Somebody else like, "Well, I'd rather you kept that shit to yourself
I
and
don't
just stop."
wanna know.
And literally, it literally is like that. Somebody will really
Right.
Some people
say,
do be
But-
like
"I would
that.
rather not
Just
know.
don't let
Just
me
don't
find
get
out.
caught."
Don't let me find out.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like
But
this is
again,
one of those scenarios
now,
where
but now you still have that. For me, it's scenario.
everybody don't got a
options, all
guilty
that.
conscience, so that
No,
don't.
but not even a guilty,
Yeah.
guilty
That part.
conscience. It's still in,
Child.
no
People
matter
crazy.
what, from what you see and what you got to know about life, because it's not just for me. Thing how I'm speaking this for everybody. Everybody needs to communicate better because hey, guess what? I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Eventually, that shit end up coming out. Some people take it to your grave. Very few, but for the ones I've saw,
It's
how
very few. You got some statistics we don't know
I'm
about.
like,
if you, I mean, it's a statistic
Shut
that's
up.
hard to
It-
gauge.
Yo, he about to say, yeah, I know. I mean, I can go get
But
it.
a lot of
definitely
people funerals
depends.
come when there be the whole other family come to the funeral. So those are those scenarios. But in,
It do be
in,
like
in
that.
2022, where the internet is real, how you're cheating is phones. Like that's back in the day shit to me. Like yeah, in the 60s when my grandfather had two families, and because one was in North and one was in South Philly, they will never bump into each other. That's not the world we live in now. So even if you
Agreed.
decide to cheat, you're doing more
You
work.
working twice as hard.
You're triple
Are.
because now you gotta hide some shit, keep somebody else happy, and keep your
Mhm.
same shit happy. When all this could have been handled with one conversation.
Yeah, agreed.
No, that's why I said I don't disagree with what you're saying.
No, but you said I don't know and I'm saying that conversation doesn't have to take part in how my conversation does, but however you want to, you need to be able to understand your partner that way too. If your partner is like, oh, I don't want to talk about you cheating on me, bitch, you crazy, and in that kind of scenario, and they give you that kind of energy, well, you gotta know, well, this ain't gonna work. Y'all can't make it to the part because you imagine the real conversations when you got to talk about what happens if I die? Yo, what if you get sick? Yo, what?
I think
what
I'd be
if-
thinking of it from so many different things because when you was like when I was watching Why Did I Get Married and they always at the table, she knew he was fucking Keisha and she never said nothing, but she was fucking Walter too. And homie didn't even know. But like shit came out at the table only because somebody opened their fucking mouth.
Which you know is,
but I feel like it would have never came out.
I
Well,
do
no, it
feel
would've
like
came out.
it's different because I do also think that plays a large role into the person that you are and the person that you're with because I
Well.
feel like it's been like I'm not proud of myself, but you know, I definitely used to have a lot of toxic in me. I've changed my ways as of now.
The way you even
But
saying that don't even sound right.
no, for real. I'm really Brianna, trust me. If you
No, I
would've
know
met
you're not
me-
toxic now. I know you're not. I
If you
know.
would have met me some years ago, girl.
Child.
Yeah, real bad, real bad. But it was like to the point where this shit is it could go either way. Like it could be a game, but understand, like when I play for keeps. So are you sure you want to play? Let's play a game. Okay.
Mm-mm.
But when somebody cheats, they're not ever signed to play a game because then you would communicate the game. People are trying to
It's
do
not
something
even
and
just-
not be figured out. That's
Yeah,
the
I'm about to
goal.
say, but there's so many different components to it. It's not even just like physical cheating. It's just like it's so many other moving parts to that. But
Mhm.
and end all be all, I'm saying that when you are with somebody that you should be with, when you're with somebody who is good for your soul, who's good for your mental health and well being,
Mhm.
those thoughts and feelings no longer align because it's like, okay, well, I don't even I don't even think this way anymore. I don't even feel this way. Like I don't even
Mhm.
like the whole tit for tat, the whole like, oh, well, 3.5 years ago you said this.
Hey, yo, don't ever bring that in.
No, because that
up
used
to
to be
me.
me. No, that I'm saying that from
No.
experience. That used to be
I will
me.
get immediately irritated.
It's like, and I remember, excuse
I
me,
remember it in
October
2008.
12th at 4:37 p.m. I got the screenshot right here. You said X, Y, and Z. But how I say it, I'm very attentive to detail. That's because I've always been I know what I said and I know what somebody else said. Trust me, I do. But it's very much like I'm not that person. I'm not like I don't get into that no more because like that's not where I'm at. That's not where I want to be, and that's not where the person I am with is at, and that's not where we want to be as a collective. Like we have more things to do. We have better things to do, and like that's not what it's going to be. So, long story short, y'all shouldn't be cheating on people, but if you going to, you should go to your partner and like work through that shit and like try to work through that shit. And if you can't work through that shit, then just
see a therapist.
leave.
And don't have sex with a therapist because then that will just make things even more complicated.
Wow. All right. Well, there's that.
Wow. Okay.
Until next time.
Don't fuck your therapist.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Get your cup, fill it up. You already know what's up. Bye.